could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a Monday afternoon edition of the show, the day after. We welcome you alongside Bob Baskerville. Bear Walker Smith is back from the bachelor party. He staggered in with a black eye. His nose was bleeding. His shirt was ripped.
Had to cover up the face tattoo.
He doesn't even look like he's gone anywhere.
I recover well.
All right.
Actually, it was me and Bear who staggered in with black eyes and bloody noses.
That was there were some mishaps while you were gone.
Oh, I heard.
Black Sunday. I'm glad that Bob and Walker are here. Bear and I have already sifted through the wreckage looking for survivors. There were none.
No.
Rough day yesterday.
Anything that could go wrong yesterday went wrong.
Yeah. It was a tough travel day watching all that
I
stuff.
got home from volunteer action. My dog looked at me and said, "Hey, Russ, I'm fixing to split, man. It's just not working for me anymore." I'm like, all right, I get it.
I'll tell you, I was in a horrendous mood leaving here, and it's amazing what a good dinner and Davies Duke boys like choking up, just choking like Mama Cass eating a sandwich.
Can we go to the we've got some the AI news. We're developing the segment AI news for Tennessee. We've been following the AI news on Facebook. If you know, you know. It's part of the show now. Candy Barnes is speaking.
As in Mrs. Barnes?
Mrs. Barnes. Rick Barnes' wife is, according to AI News today on Facebook, quote, "Please try to understand my husband," the message read. It was a simple plea, but it carried weight. I love how poetic the
carried weight.
The AI
News
News
something
is.
like that.
Quote, "We are deeply sorry, but my husband gave everything he could," she said. "He carries the weight of every loss more than anyone can imagine. For those familiar with Barnes's career, that sentiment rings true." He's one of those coaches who takes it personally, a former player once said. When the team loses, he feels it more than anyone. This is like a 2,000-word The Athletic think piece, by the way. It just keeps going on and on. "He's done so much for this program," one fan wrote. "We can't forget that because of one game." Oh man, Bob, it was ugly. I mean, we hung with them, I guess, for
5 minutes,
5 or 6 minutes.
We made it through to the under 8, or no, the under 12, So 8 minutes.
8 minutes in.
That's what we were saying on one thread I was on, was just 4 minute chunks. Just work your way through.
Yep.
The first two we were hanging in there, but
got to win 8 4 or whatever it is, 10 4-minute battles.
Yeah. I've seen this with Michigan so many times this season too, where they kind of play with their food for a little bit and then decide to wake up and just murder teams and add us to the list.
It happened to us.
Yeah,
it happened to us.
Complete disaster.
And you suddenly realize that they've locked the door. You thought they were
turned our water off.
Yeah,
you thought they were leaving. No, they were just going to lock the door, and then they turned around and they took their damn belt off.
Well, and you know what?
Beat us senseless.
Yeah, no, they're obviously a really good team, but man, I gotta say, and there's a lot of chatter in the Big Ten circles. There's a lot of coaches in that conference that are not Dusty May fans. Did you notice, by the way, the handshake with Rick and Dusty at the end?
Yeah, I don't think Rick's a big fan of
No,
his.
that's what I'm saying. He's
mercurial.
We had a baseball coach that was kind of like this. In my opinion, he lets his players act like fools, and he doesn't do anything to rein them in. Yaxel Lendeborg, great player, but he's a douchebag, and both things can be true. Did you see when the whole thing was going on with Morez Johnson and Evans, and then Carey comes in and bump? Okay, they're winning the game by nearly 30 points. He's over on the bench taunting. I mean, big time taunting. And then he's been doing that all season, getting on social media, everything else. And then the last straw for me was the whole deal with the ball, just leaving the ball on the floor and just standing there. And
I wasn't a big fan of it. I didn't watch hardly any of the second half. As soon as my halftime chat was over, I packed up, went by the convenience store, got some caffeine, came in here. And Bear and I were just kind of hanging out, like
working through some technical
I had
stuff.
the game on the laptop just so I can monitor the time, just so I could know when to start. But I did, at the end, because I'm paying attention, we're watching the clock run down so we can get going. And they've got the walk-ons in, and Dusty May's son hits a corner three, and kind of clowning us, man, and like that. But I mean, like you said, we've done that to teams on baseball, and we celebrated it. So
that's how it is. And I mean, even when you got Dusty May challenging something when they're up 29 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're right. It's a douchebag move. Yeah. A lot of them, and that's why, as a show, I feel like we should wholeheartedly support the Arizona Wildcats this Saturday.
You're a bad guy.
How do you think about that, Walker?
You're a bad guy.
Can you do it?
No.
So you're going to root for Michigan.
If they play, I would hope Michigan crushes them.
I'm going to probably have to align with the family ties with UConn. I mean, all my in-laws, big UConn fans, and they live in Connecticut, and I don't like them. I'm not a big Danny Hurley fan, but
so it's UConn and Illinois, right?
Yeah, there really isn't any likability for me to this Final Four. I don't even know if I'm going to watch, quite frankly.
Oh God, there's that Michigan Arizona game is going to be a classic. It should be.
I was thinking, when's the last time we've had a semifinal that felt like that was what I was thinking on the way here. What are some years where a semifinal game has actually probably been better than the finals? The one that really sticks out to me was the '88 Oklahoma and Arizona game.
Yeah, I'd have to.
I mean, three of those.
88?
Yeah, 1988.
Didn't Kansas win that year?
Yeah,
he's saying semifinal. Final Four game. The one
Kansas did win that year.
I hate to say it, the biggest one for me was it was Duke knocking off undefeated UNLV in the Final Four, like 91 or something.
I thought that was the championship.
No.
Who did they beat in the championship?
Kansas, I believe.
What?
Yeah,
Kansas played it like every other year, didn't they?
UNLV smoked him the year before.
Right. But it was not.
I thought that was a championship.
It was not the championship game. So I believe it was Kansas that they beat. But
because I know they beat the Fab Five the next year. They won back to back, right?
That's true. And then also Wisconsin ended Kentucky's undefeated run in 2015 in the Final Four.
So, but I think, the Michigan Arizona game is going to be a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they call that game.
By the way, and Big Dog West Tennessee said it. He said Yaxel and He thinks he stole our song, Let's Go Get 'Em. I don't know if you saw that in the
Yeah.
post game. It wasn't him. It was Morris Johnson who said,
Hey,
Let's
man.
go get 'em.
But you knew that was coming whenever whether it was today or if we had made the Final Four and lost in the semifinal or the championship.
Yeah.
Like they were going to put that on us. It was fun while it lasted. I was looking forward to you giving us Let's Go Get 'Em all week.
I know. We missed.
Let's go get them.
I would have done it. But
Let's go get 'em.
rest in peace.
Third straight Elite Eight, boys. I'll tell you what's wild is the portal's open.
It's not.
No, it's not.
And when does it open?
A week from tomorrow.
Day after the championship game.
Well, plans are being made. I mean,
Yep.
we say basketball season's over, but I kind of feel like we're going to be right back into breaking down, what our roster is going to look like for next year.
Yeah, I mean, people can declare they're entering the portal. That's already starting to happen, but you can't announce a destination until the 7th.
You think they've got a pretty good idea over there who they want?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of scuttle on that. I'd say they're probably in pretty good shape.
Well, at least we have baseball to see us through the summer. The next month or so should be. Oh, wait, I'm getting a message in my. Oh, we suck in baseball now, apparently. So never mind.
God.
I had a message for you from a listener, Russ.
Oh no, we suck again.
The timing on Sunday of how that game ended could not have been worse.
Was anybody listening to the halftime chat? So far, I've only had one person give me my flowers on that. Rusted Dramas. Rusted Dumbass struck again.
I was on the play and I didn't get to listen to the chat. But what happened is timing was we go into halftime down 20, and I'm like, okay, let's see what's on. Oh yeah, we're on ESPN2. I can watch this on the flight. Flip it. Bottom of the 9th inning. Maybe 5 pitches later, they walk us off, and I just put my head down in the plane seat.
So I'm sitting there doing the halftime chat, right? And
he called it.
It's the guy comes in, and it's already shaky. It's like 15-12, and at that point, and I think it's two guys on 15-12. Hendy gives up a hit, so now there's 2 on. I think 1 out, and we bring in Krenzel, and I'm still thinking, all right, we can land this plane. Like even if we give up a hit here, even if we give up a home run, like it's been a crazy game, we can still win. But as soon as he hit the guy, Krenzel hits the first batter he sees to load the bases. And it's live. And I think Magic Mike was on the chat, and I said, is there any doubt what is about to happen?
Walk-off grand
slam. They're about to hit a grand slam and walk us off for the 3rd day in a row. And boom.
It happened.
It was brutal. Just brutal.
You knew. I mean, I think Krenzel's first 5 pitches, he walked the first guy, and I think he walked the first guy in 4 pitches, or it was at least 3-0 before he hit him.
Big Dog West Tennessee says, I heard it, Russell. I left my house and went for a drive. See, that was the other thing. It's like yesterday was the best day of the year so far from a weather standpoint.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
It was beautiful. The temperature was perfect. It was 70 degrees. The sun was out. And the game tips off at 2, so you got to watch that. And then we've got voluntary reaction from 4 to 6. So it was like a 4-hour commitment by the time we got done. Like I did go home and sit outside for a minute, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
But it was wasted day, man. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I think there are a lot of people like Big Dog who basically just said, to heck with this, like didn't listen to voluntary reaction. I totally get that. And they're probably now just coming to as a fan and probably want some reaction to what happened. But I do think it's going to be a lot of portal talk for the next week or so, because and we'll get into the baseball thing and, hopefully some football at some point, but baseball's not going well. Basketball, the sun came up today. We got our teeth kicked in by just a completely superior team. But damn it, we went to the Elite Eight for the 3rd year in a row. That program is, now that Tony Vitello has left, is by far the best program on campus. Rick Barnes is a legend. He is coming back this season. Justin Gainey is not there, which adds an element of intrigue as far as we don't know who his right-hand man is going to be. And we've got to go out, Bob, and find a couple of dudes. We're going to sit down. I think the first order of business, and Barnes kind of hinted at this yesterday, is decide who's coming back out of the 9 guys that can come back. Like, is everybody all in? And if there's a guy or two that's going to bolt, okay, let's go ahead and figure that out. And then what we budget for whoever's going to return. And then you got 3 freshmen coming in who are already taken care of, presumably. So you should have at least 10 guys, I would think, roundabouts.
Yeah.
And you got 5 or so scholarships to play with. Who are we going to bring in? How much are we going to have in the war chest to get Rick Barnes over the hump so that we can get this guy who we talk about all these characters. We talk Will Wade today. We talk about Nate Oates. We talk about Dusty May. All these guys.
Yeah.
In a dirty business sometimes, a man of integrity, of honor, of character, of decency, who deserves it. Richard Dale Barnes. How are we going to get this guy over the hump and back in the Final Four before he hangs it up?
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, I think it's got to be money. All that to say, it's not like he didn't have money this year, by the way. I mean, he spent $5+ million on 2 guys. So I think it's got to be spent wisely. I think the big dilemma is going to be, and we just watched it happen. Now, Arizona is a bit of an outlier because they've got 2 really, really good freshmen. But the team we lost to, 4 of their starting 5 were transfers, and they were older guys. You'll see it with Illinois, too. Illinois, like 6 of their top 8 players have either come from overseas or from the portal, or they played professionally overseas. And I'm not talking like Ethan Berg professional. I'm talking like high-level professional. You got to spend money, man. It's an arms race at this point. And I think Rick has been trending in that direction. But like last year when Rodney Rice asked for a bunch of money and Rick said, we're not paying that much. Might need to rethink that somehow. I understand he wanted equity across the board with who he was bringing in, particularly Jacoby Gillespie, his former teammate at Maryland, all those things. Man, it's like kill or be killed now. It's gotten really, really tough. And you're seeing it. It's also an indictment on some of the programs we're seeing. We just saw before we came in here, there'd been talk about this, but Jeremiah Wilkinson, right, at Georgia is entering the portal. Mm-hmm. And so the message there is he's kind of saying he wants more money. And the prevailing opinion there is Georgia's not a serious basketball program. They've gotten better, but we don't want to fall into that.
Well, do we?
What?
I don't want to. The prevailing sentiment on the show yesterday was, and we were just.
It was dark.
The wound was raw. It hadn't been treated. It was gaping.
Down.
Yes, we were still. The patient was bleeding out, but the prevailing sentiment, I think, from all of us, me, Bear, Davey, and most of the callers, texters, and YouTube chatters, was to hell with baseball and women's basketball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Put all the money in football and men's basketball, and let's go get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there's some programs.
Georgia's like to hell with men's basketball and just put it on football.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And so my point in all that is we're at a crossroads to some point is, do we want to get, do we really, it couldn't be more clear to me what the next step is and what you've got to do to get there. Very, very clear. Kind of like the reckoning we got up in Columbus against Ohio State in football, too.
Yeah. Coming up on the drive, we're going to go open lines here. If you want to jump in, 865-966-3435 is your phone number. State of the program discussion today, 966-3435. We want to hear from you, and we're gonna figure some things out here this afternoon. Where is this thing headed? Tennessee basketball under Rick Barnes. A baseball program, is it worth investing in at this point if you are Tennessee trying to get Rick Barnes over the hump, trying to get your football program over the hump, and a Lady Vol basketball program that, well, again, the portal opens up a week from tomorrow. We'll see what happens with Coach Kim's program and if Coach Kim can hang on. More Fan Run Radio coming up after the break. Stay with us.
The Drive.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012, and our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
The Drive, Fan Run Radio, coming to you on a Monday afternoon, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, streaming online at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. A variety of ways for you to experience the program this afternoon. Shout out to everybody on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. Good growth out of that thing this tournament run. We remind you to like and subscribe if you're in there, and we'll read some comments coming from the YouTube chat here in just a little bit. Let's go right to the phones this afternoon, and we'll start with Joshy Boy. What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you doing today?
Man, the sun came up today. Joshy Boy, yesterday was a kick in the crotch and then another one. And even our Braves lost yesterday, Joshy Boy, so it was
At least we took 2 out of 3,
yeah,
man. Yeah. I will throw in an honorable mention for a really good semifinal Final Four games. Bob, a few years ago, Alabama versus UConn. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was. I forgot about that one. Maybe because it was Alabama.
Right. So I will start off by saying really good season by the basketball team. A+ season by making the Elite Eight. So with the first order of business, would you say Barnes' first order of business is going after a top scorer in the portal?
Well, again, I think the first order of business is exit interviews with the guys that you have coming back and determining who wants to come back,
right,
and what their number is. And you might have a guy or two on this roster that wants to come back, but has a number in mind that you're not willing to meet because it's not part of your budget. And what do you do in that? I go back to a year ago, Bob. At this point, Okpara there was a lot of chatter around him that he wants a ginormous number and he's got a lot of suitors. And Tennessee met his needs. And I don't know exactly what that number was, but I'm pretty sure it was 7 figures.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of your budget. And it's like, okay, like Estrella, how much is he going to want? Some would say gambled on Okpara because he's okay. But he came back and he was a little up and down this year. But by the time the big dance rolled around, he was dominant.
Yeah, imagine if he wasn't in the picture and Cade Phillips gets hurt. And, I mean, we would have had nothing in terms of rim protection because Phillips is a pretty decent shot blocker and defender.
Agreed.
So what does Estrella want? What does Amari Evans want? I mean, like you got to rank the guys. So that's the first order business is determining who's. But to your point, Joshy, what you're getting at, and they've already laid the groundwork. They've got a board. They've got guys they want. Lucas Campbell and Scott Daughtry are the 2 young assistants who it's very analytics driven, who they're going to go after. And
I won't be super bummed out if they don't go after a big in the portal because you got probably Dwayne Brown coming back, Estrella probably, and Cade Phillips coming back from injury.
Yeah, I think they'd like to add one more big to make it a true 4-man rotation. What is Jalen Carey going to do? I mean, that's a guy that everybody wanted to see walk, a month ago. And now I think if you polled Tennessee fans, probably the majority would welcome him back.
Yep.
Okay, so baseball on a 1 to 10 worry meter, where are you guys at? I'm about a 4.
With like 10 being the highest?
Yeah, 10 being the highest.
Oh, I'm like at a 5.
I'm higher than that. I'd say like a 7 or 8.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. We don't have any fire, man. We don't have any competitive juice. Like, I don't understand it. We've got, they're hit our catcher in the face. Nobody's wearing one the next inning. They're pimping that grand slam. Guys just kind of hang their head after it. Last year when they beat us in here, like Hunter Ensley was ready to fight their entire team.
And I know it's his first season. Do you think some of his managing decisions, maybe?
Yes. Here's what I'll say for Elander, though. When Tony got here as a young head coach, he got to learn how to manage that on-the-job training. He got to do that in obscurity because none of us cared. Right? And nobody was watching baseball his first 2-3 seasons here. And so whatever mistakes he made those first 2 or 3 years, we don't even know about, right? Because nobody was watching. Elander is getting this on-the-job training under the brightest of lights, a big microscope, and we're nitpicking every decision. So, look, I don't think there's any world where Josh Elander's fired after 1 season. But he's going to have to learn quickly and make some adjustments here in year 2. We talked about all offseason, Joshy boy. He's got to come out of the gates hot to keep this thing together.
Agreed.
And he's fallen on his face. So
there's still time, though.
There's still time. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Big series this weekend.
Out the door, I will say this. One guy who I really want for us to go after in the portal is Money Williams from Montana. Have a good day.
Money.
There's a lot out there.
Lot of good players out there. You like Wilkinson from Georgia?
I do.
Is he a point guard or a?
No, he's a 2.
Here, I mean,
we need
Boswell. What are you going to do with Boswell? Here, I hear a lot of people, we're going to recruit over him. We're going to sign. I feel like Rick has a pretty good track record of guys that play for him at a young age that he clearly likes, and I think Boswell fits into this category. They don't see their minutes go down.
And they usually stick around for 4 years.
Like I remember some chatter of like, are we going to recruit over Meshack at one point? And that didn't happen. Like people forget. Like we grew to love him by his senior year. He wasn't always loved. Like he was considered very much an offensive liability, somewhat like Boswell. His first couple of seasons.
Yeah, but his defense was so elite, and then his offensive game came along.
This is what, and I think this is why, if I had to guess, a guy that starts 30-plus games as a sophomore for Rick Barnes, I don't see him going to the bench and taking on a reduced role. I just don't. Now, he's got to develop his three-point shot. He's got to learn to hunt it more and be a spot-up jump shooter. You can't have a shooting guard that doesn't shoot.
You guys worry about him maybe going with Coach Gainey to NC State?
Yeah, somebody brought that up on the post-game show, I feel like.
He's a North Carolina kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I don't think he would just leave with Coach Gainey just to go with him. But if we brought in a guy who's just a pure shooting guard that is better than him.
He knows his minutes are going down.
Then he might just, say, hey, yeah, I'll go help Coach G get this thing started over there.
Who do you think we're most in danger of getting poached?
Amari Evans.
Yeah.
I think some people are going to come hard after him.
Yes.
Evans or Estrella.
If you can only keep one.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Amari.
Yeah, you keep Amari.
Yeah.
100%.
Russ and I were talking about this earlier today. I mean, and I love JP, but I've had a love-hate relationship with JP this season, man. There's some games he's been electric and other games where it's like, what the hell are you doing, man? And I think you can see Barnes responding that way many times with him too.
That and he's
Didn't we kind of feel the same way about Akpara, though, last year?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Not like that.
Akpara's not injury prone either.
And we weren't as offensively reliant on Felix as I think we were with JP this year.
I don't know, man. Finding guys who are over 6'10" or over, who can play, are like that. Those guys are hard to find. They do not grow on trees.
I mean, Estrella falls into that category. I mean, he's been here so long.
I love Amari Evans, and I want him to stay, and I probably lean with you guys, but you can go find another guy like that. You can. They're out there. 6'4" guards who can really get after it defensively, play a little offense. Those guys are much more plentiful. It's just demographics.
Numbers,
there are not many guys who are 6'10" and taller. So I don't know. That's an interesting question. I hope we.
I
can
don't
keep
want to
them
lose
both.
Carey.
I mean, I'd keep Estrella over Carey.
Yeah, I would too.
Easily.
I probably would, but I would like to keep Carey.
Well, he's gone on record saying he wants to stay.
Yeah.
But another thing we were talking about, I think if that happens, it doesn't happen without a pay cut. But what I will say is these tournament games, I felt like something was different with him in a good way. I mean, he was a
developed.
factor.
He's confident.
Yep.
Apparently,
He got his
he
confidence back.
vocalized that he knows he needs to be in a lot better shape.
Mm-hmm.
Another offseason with Coach G.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. We've got 9 guys that could potentially come back, if it makes sense for them and the coaching staff. And I would take them all back. And that includes Troy Henderson. That includes Ethan Berg and Clarence Masamba. Like, I think these guys can all develop. But it's just, I would be stunned if they all came back. Just not that we're running them off.
No,
or they
it's
don't
just
want,
modern day college
Yeah,
basketball.
it's just somebody's going to get an offer. Agent's going to get in their ear, brother, uncle, whatever. Hey, you deserve them more. And it happens. That's just, it's the system that we are in right now.
Back to Carey very quickly. The one thing I saw in video last night, you guys probably saw it, but it made me smile and made me think like, yeah, this guy does get it. Did you see him putting his arm around Nate coming into the corridors after the game? Nate was in tears, and Carey was the guy that was.
Well, Akpara was sobbing.
Yeah. We haven't talked about this. I see our illustrious morning show host, John Reed, has been waving this banner hard for a week plus now.
We did weeks ago, by the way, Russ. We can
all fantasize.
Yeah,
I think
of course.
John's fantasizing.
I agree.
Right? This is Is it fantasy? Nate Ament back for year 2. Is there a world where Nate Ament is back next year?
I still say highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely, but there are rumors from
what?
That he,
there are always rumors.
He might stay.
I think this would be, if he stays, it's going to be just as much about his relationship with Rick Barnes as it is whatever people are whispering in his ear. I'm telling you, I think that's what would turn this thing.
That does change everything. Like and I'll put, if you want a rectally derived number here, I'll say a 10% chance of this happening.
Yeah.
Which is better than 0.
Yeah.
But if oh my God, I mean, if you've got him, first of all, if that happens, you got to move him to the 4.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you couldn't do that this year because he's frail and, he's going to get overpowered. A year with Maidenwald is going to change all that. You got to move him to the 4. And then that changes the calculus on whether or not you do need a big. And I mean, if you had, I might sign up for a starting 5 of Estrella at the 5, Nate at the 4, Amari at the 3, Boswell at the 2, and transfer point guard right now. Like as long as that point guard's a good one,
it's not enough offense.
I feel like would we not rather just move Boswell back to point guard to run the offense and get a shooter at that 2 spot?
Possibility as well.
Yeah.
I feel like that would just make it smoother to get another true shooter out there.
The lineup I just threw at you, it's not enough offense right now.
Yeah.
Players are allowed to develop.
Yeah.
Boswell and Amari Evans and Estrella all have to get better offensively. Yeah. Outside shooters have to get better shooting, and Estrella has to be more consistent finishing at the rim. I believe those things can happen.
Jalen be our 6th man.
Also,
we need minimum 3 meaningful guys out of the portal. Meaningful. And I'm talking about guys that play, like a couple that start, one comes off the bench. I think if Carey stays, Carey is not 6th man. Carey's getting minutes.
Oh, he's a rotational piece.
Him and Cade Phillips too, by the way. I'd say the same thing about him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's me talking. Rick's got relationships with these guys. You know how he is. We talked about it with Bishop earlier. He might have Cade Phillips on his mind as a starter. We don't know.
Yeah, he might. I have a hard time seeing Boswell taking a quote unquote reduced role, as some have suggested. And Cade Phillips, I like him, want him to stay. Think he can be a fine piece, but again, he's a piece, right?
Yeah,
he's a role player.
Yep, that's it.
If Rick's going to get over the hump, he's got to realize some of this, right? It's like he's a good role player.
Yeah,
but he's a role player.
Look, if it can work for Calipari, because what Calipari did this year, bringing in Malik Thomas and Darius Acuff, and he had to have the hard conversation with DJ Wagner saying, man, you're not going to start. You're going to get a lot of minutes, but you're not going to start. And Wagner embraced it, played well. You got to believe that. I don't know. I just don't know if that kind of conversation would happen. Cal's a different bird than Barnes. I don't know. And this is the other conundrum is do we have to kind of, like Russ said, I want all those guys coming back that we've been talking about, but it might not hurt if 1 or 2 do not come back. Just depends on who those 1 or 2 are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to need, all these guys are getting some level of money. So we're going to need every bit of it to try to get new talent in here.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come right back. More of your phone calls on the other side of this quick break. Stay with us. The drive continues on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Tennessee Lady Vol basketball program and assistant coach Gabe Lazo are parting ways after 2 seasons.
Oh, we just part ways with everything.
Danny White is on record saying that she's coming back. He believes in her even more than he did when he hired her.
Oh, he's a complete idiot then. He's lying, one of the two.
What an idiot.
Take your pick. Well, I mean, honestly, you disagree, Bob? Either you're the village idiot or you're lying.
No, I don't disagree with you. However, in tandem with what Russ is talking about, I mean, there's reports out they've already replaced Gabe with a new coach. So, Jesus God, a new assistant, I should say.
Yeah, she's already making hires.
Yeah, so that tells me she's sticking around.
You don't have this guy from Florida State leaving there to come here.
No way in hell we should throw anywhere near the kind of money we threw at that again. Just give it to Barnes.
That's what we were saying earlier. We agree.
Yeah, no, I mean,
we support it.
It's not hyperbole. I'm just give it to him.
Jamie is next. Good afternoon, Jamie.
So we're kicking the can down the road when it comes to Lady Vols basketball, I guess.
Maybe she just has to get her people in there and get it turned around. You don't know.
I mean, she didn't hire her people when she was hired?
Obviously, mistakes were made.
I guess it's safe to say we're no longer kissing Danny White's butt anymore.
Some of the shine is worn off his ring, I would say.
I'll just save this lap for another time around the track if I told you so. But, guys, I'm going to give an unpopular opinion. Estrella is not a championship player. That guy's ass. I'm sorry. He sucks. He can't hit. When you need him, he's dribbling it off his shin out of bounds. You know, I just watch. Every time I see him, I cringe. He's a liability at the free throw line whenever they count. You know, I don't understand. You know, he's weak.
Whoa, yeah. wait. Did Estrella bury 2 free throws in crunch time against Virginia when we absolutely had to have him. Am I imagining that?
Oh, yeah, you got those 2. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Right. All right. Let's keep it 100 here,
yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah, you're right. If one thing I like to do is keep it 100. But the overall picture when it comes down to Estrela's game, he doesn't bring enough to the table. If you want, in my opinion, and I know that's unpopular, but I watch him play, and I watch these other teams that are competing for it all this weekend. They don't have anybody like Estrella on their team. They dominate guys like Estrella. They kick him around, push him around, and I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it out of the guy.
I'd like to see Estrella be able to shoot, man. I would like to see him the green light. I mean, we've seen that a little bit out of him, but to me, he's got to be a guy who can stretch the floor. Like if you're just wanting to pound it inside to him in traffic, that's not going to go well. I don't think it's going to go well for most of the big guys that we've had here through the years, except for Grant Williams. So
you're right. And it's funny when you bring up Grant Williams. It reminds me of Dale Ellis. It's like the guy played with his back to the basket the whole time he was here, and he goes to the NBA and he stands outside and drops threes.
Yeah.
It's weird. Guys, I'm like I said, I could be the outlier here, but I think this week will be more baseball talk than, I am interested to see what we do portal wise, I guess a week from tomorrow, but just the sadness of watching this program, swirl around the toilet bowl it's just so, I thought we were past this, dude. I really did. I thought that this fan base and these people over here on the Hill would wake up and realize that we're an elite program and it's time to start acting like it. And
now, Jamie, were you supportive of the Josh Elander hire at the time?
I was, but for different reasons, Russ. I didn't trust the guys over there to go out and get a real good coach. I figured, let's make it easy on them. The easy choice is to hire.
Just say this is the guy we all wanted.
Yeah, but if you're if you're another elite baseball program, Florida, LSU, any Southeastern Conference team, they go out and they hire the next best baseball coach. They don't, I wonder why we do it different here, man. I mean, I sit here and watch Ole Miss reach up for guys like Lane Kiffin and Hugh Freeze and Mississippi State go after, the Pirate and those universities don't have half of what we have to offer. And it seems like when it comes coach hiring time, we pretend to be sisters of the poor. We'll just go out and get Derek Dooley and see if he can compete with Nick freaking Saban. I've never understood it. I can't. I just don't want to admit to myself that we're going right back to this. I don't want to do that. I enjoy it too much.
Here's the thing, guys, about the basketball and the baseball thing is, okay, so we're talking about the next step for basketball, and we've got to go into the portal and get all these guys. We are all, I think, at this point, completely confident that Rick Barnes and his staff are going to do what needs to be done. We don't know who they're going to end up with, but is there any doubt that when they roll out there next November that they're going to have a damn fine squad and we're going to be expecting to be right back in the second weekend knocking on that door again? We don't know where this baseball thing is headed. I mean, we have our fears, right? And our fear is that we made a big mistake and we hired the wrong guy. We don't know that. I mean, we're all hoping that, I talked about earlier, like he's going to learn from some mistakes and we're going to keep the talent pipeline flowing and that, and then we'll get back. But we don't know that. We know it about basketball. We know that, hey, even if this is our ceiling, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I've relaxed on that a little bit, Russ. I've really grown to enjoy 25-win seasons, and being in the mix and in the hunt. That's why it's like you don't have this for the last 10 years. Guys like me and Philly have been painted with the brush of, if you don't win every game and win a natty, Jamie and Philly are all upset. I don't need to win a natty. I just want to be there. I want to be in the mix, guys. I want to be I want to be relevant. That's all. That's not asking too much at a place like UT with the money they charge and the facilities we have.
You don't think we're relevant in basketball?
Yeah, I do. I'm just saying.
Jamie, do you think Phil is satisfied with this year's basketball season?
That's a good question. I mean, he's been around for a lot more of it than I have. He's got a lot more basketball mind than I have.
You think he might rip Rick Barnes today?
I don't know. I would say no because it's what, your third Elite Eight. The only thing I could really is upsetting is the way we lost the game. It's like the other two Elite Eights, we were right there at the end, trying to win a ball game. But we were outclassed by Michigan, but saying that, I also say we finished the season in the Elite Eight. That's the thing to keep focused on. So I'll be curious to hear. I did listen to Basilio earlier, and he's already starting to say he's already started this line of thinking of the whole. What do y'all act like Vitello walked on water when he's here? Well, he did. He did. I mean, did he not? Did he not take the worst baseball program in the conference and turn around and win the whole freaking thing? I mean, let's not forget that. I mean, sure, the guy wasn't perfect and lost baseball games, and there's one or two times that we looked at his decision making that didn't work out. But let's not pretend like the guy wasn't the best baseball coach in the country. Let's not start poo-pooing Vitello to bring down the bar for how bad Elanders look so far. And I have heard you on the post game and today talking about Vitello was allowed to coach a little bit and with nobody really paying attention. But to that, I would say, what are these assistants doing over there? Are they not watching their head coach games and manage games? Are they not picking up pointers for the day that they're the head guy? That's my whole. I understand it's a little different, but surely to goodness he never learned from Vitello to trade an out for a run when you're down 2. He never learned that from Vitello, and I would like to know where he's picking up on that. I mean, this weekend was tough. I'm more upset about the baseball. I'm like you guys. I have confidence in Barnes. If you can get me Sweet 16s and Elite Eights and win 25+ games every year, that to me that's good enough. You get me right there, and one day, just out of sheer numbers, you're going to make it. But I'm just more. I just can't stand to go back into this sucking at stuff again. But on the way out, guys, I know I kind of get painted as a contrarian about this Adidas stuff, but I was watching that Houston game. I guess it was the Sweet 16 game. They lost to Illinois. And I was just one of the little things about Adidas and Nike that they got a guy at the free throw line, Houston does, and he's got an undershirt on, and the Adidas emblem is half cut off by his jersey and half not. And then you see another team, and the Nike symbol is up there around the collar where you can either see it or you don't. And I'm just like, see, that's just one of those little, apparel differences. Nobody said, hey, man, if we put the emblem right here on the chest, it's going to look stupid when they wear it under the – no. That's not Adidas.
Jamie,
they just ship it out.
Appreciate the phone call. I love you, but good Lord, man, we're going to talk about Adidas's basketball.
And I think Houston's like Jumpman or Nike anyway. They're not Adidas. That might have been why it was covered. I don't know. Yeah.
Is Houston Adidas? Or they?
No, that's what I'm saying. He was saying they were, but yeah,
stuff he gets himself worked up over. It's dumb.
865-966-3435, your phone number. You want to get on the show, 966-3435, as we break things down this afternoon. And I think this baseball thing is going to be interesting. I did not have a problem with the trading an out for a run Friday night just because –
we weren't scoring.
Runs are so hard to come by.
Yeah.
And I think that was our first run, right? It was 2-0. Did anybody watch Friday?
No, I didn't.
I think it was 2-0, and we had runners at the corners, and it's like, oh my God, please don't hit into a double play. I think there was one out. And so we went ahead and we just got on the board. And I think that's the scenario. If it was the tying run, I definitely agree with it, because at that point you're just trying to fight and extend the game.
My biggest problem with this weekend is, as crazy as this sounds, is that we were playing at our arch rival's place. One of our guys got his face broken, and there was nothing. And that's just not how this game works. You got to, next Vanderbilt batter up, like you said earlier in the show, Russ, we talked about it yesterday. Somebody should have worn one. Our guy's over at the Vanderbilt Trauma Center getting his face put back together.
Yeah, that's a big injury, for those of you who haven't given up on this season.
That's their starting catcher.
Stone Lawless was one of the few guys. I mean, I don't know if I would call it consistent, but he's shown a little pop.
Yeah.
At times. So
I would ear hold somebody.
I mean, who was the kid who got his face broke last year? He was a pitcher that we never used anyway, but like that stuff for a catcher, like if you've got
Has there been any other reporting on what?
No, if you've got a broken orbital bone or something, which is that's what Josh said, is like it got him in the orbital socket. He didn't say broken, but like if he's unable to go for a couple of weeks, he's got some sort of facial broken bone thing that has to heal. Well, I don't know. I mean, you got Levi Clark who can catch, has done it, and then this Grenlinger kid, like he might need to be in the lineup anyway. But I don't know. I feel for Elander because he's tried everything from a lineup standpoint. Like the pitching is fine. We gave a ton of runs yesterday, whatever. So did they. We played a 16-inning game Saturday. I don't know what you want. Like
he's still not doing the one thing I think he ought to do.
What?
Coach from the dugout.
Oh. Well, he's tried everything as far as putting a lineup out there, and we're not hitting. Like guys just don't hit, especially with runners in scoring position. We just do not hit. It is the damnedest thing.
Houston's Nike.
They are indeed.
Jamie,
Utah strikes again. All right. I agree with all that. Like I don't think he's necessarily wrong on anything other than the Adidas
the weird
deal.
Adidas stuff.
Anything you want to nitpick, Bob?
No, not at all.
I mean, it's constant wannabe I told you so. It's what always gets me about him.
He's been laying the groundwork for a long time on that one. Hour number 2 of the drive coming up on many of these fan run affiliates. Walker Smith has your top 4 at 4. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of the drive coming up.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Citizens
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from CNB, offering extra benefits including bank travel. Travel with CNB to well-known travel destinations. They do all the planning so you can have all the fun. Isn't it time for you to start living the good life? Contact CNB today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, what you got?
At number 1, North Carolina State is hiring Tennessee associate head coach Justin Gainey as the program's new head coach. NC State brass interviewed Gainey in Chicago Saturday afternoon before hiring him 2 days later to take over the program of his alma mater. Gainey played at NC State from 1996 to 2000 and began his coaching career on Sidney Lowe's staff from 2006 to 2010.
I'm going to be looking forward to following his career there. I hope he does really well.
I do too. He did a lot for us. Big part of our success here, I feel like. He's really good on his scouts usually.
Yeah.
His son.
Good recruiter.
VFL,
hard worker. Defensive coordinator. Like I'll be interested to see does he take anybody with him on staff. I feel like you might be able to take a guy. I don't think you can take more than one guy from Rick. Maybe he won't take anybody. I don't know, but that's going to be the challenge. Is like, can he build a staff and build the culture that we have here there? It's a difficult thing to do for a first-time head coach. I mean, we've seen a lot of guys. Mike Schwartz, I think, has struggled to do it. Obviously, Des Oliver struggled to do it. Rob Lanier struggled to do it.
Tim English.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. So I hope he does well. I think something that will help him, hopefully, is it sounds like NC State is going to give him a decent war chest. Like, they're pissed off about the Will Wade thing.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So they've got a little bit of the same energy that Ole Miss has in football with Kiffin leaving them, where it's like they really want to set up the next guy to succeed there.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but NC State's got they've got a pretty storied basketball tradition. I mean, they haven't been good in a while, but I think they think of themselves as,
obviously not on
guard.
Duke and Carolina's level.
But
I
an
also
old-guard
think
SEC.
they're probably not on Wake Forest's right.
No, they've won a national championship. They made a Final Four just within the last 5 years. Like, they have the history of a successful basketball program.
They've won two national championships. And Final Four 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago with DJ Burns? Yep. Now, they have the history to be really good, and if they put the money in it, would be really good for the ACC overall to have them be competitive again too. Because right now it's just a 2-team conference, it feels like.
Yep.
At number 2, Brentwood Academy top 100 receiver Keyshawn Bowman has announced his commitment to Tennessee football. He is one of the top overall players in the entire country as the 6'1", 175-pounder chose to play in Knoxville over opportunities at Oregon, Alabama, Nebraska, Miami, and others.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Walker. That's kind of got buried in the avalanche of news over the weekend, but maybe the best prospect in the state. He had been committed to Oregon. There was chatter a month or two ago that he was going to commit to Vandy. So got to hold on to him.
Mm-hmm.
But a guy that you really need to sign if you're Josh Heupel.
Yeah, it's a good early commitment, especially in state. You're right. You know, he might only be second behind Gabriel George.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that we're, I'm sure, still all in on. So it's a good sign. Really good early sign. But you're right. We got to keep him. This guy could be somewhere else in 6 months from now. So we'll see. At number 3, recently retired coach Gus Malzahn, who won a national championship in 2010, will join former Cal head coach Jeff Tedford on the College Football Playoff Selection Committee this spring. Arkansas AD Hunter Yurachek will return as the committee chair for a second season.
The Gus bus.
Like I said to Russ, he won't be given any love to Alabama, I don't think.
Roll down Tide.
No.
Don't think so. Not.
You think the Bammers are upset? He's going to screw us. I just know he would.
Roll down Tide.
Damn Gus. It's a barter.
Well, at least they're going away from athletic directors
yeah.
and administrators and getting football guys in the room.
I mean, yeah, I hope so, Walker. Is he going to do his homework? Is he going to watch all the games? Is he smart enough to interpret the analytical data? I'd imagine he is. Like he seems like a guy who is pretty data-driven.
Less than a year ago,
Yeah.
2 years ago. He'd seen all that. Even if it wasn't him doing it, he had people telling him what it is. Should have a borderline
Who was
understanding.
the quarterback he had at Arkansas those years ago? Mitch Mustaine. Remember that?
Yes, that's right.
Whatever happened to him?
Mustaine played for him in high school, right?
Yeah.
What
was that? Was it Silverdale or something?
Yeah.
They plucked him out of.
Wasn't he supposed to go to USC at one point? Or
I think he did.
I think he went to USC after Arkansas.
Yeah.
And at number 4, let's take a look at the MLB slate as the league begins its first full week of action. The best games today include the Orioles at the Rangers, the Pirates and the Reds with VFL Chase Burns pitching, the Braves hosting the A's, the Yankees at the Mariners, and Tony V's Giants at the Padres.
Tony V not having the best start to his inaugural season, is he?
Got swept by your Yankees?
He only scored, one run?
Who had a big weekend for your Yankees?
Not Aaron Judge.
No, he wouldn't do that. Big spotlight, national only game. What else would he do but go 0 for 4 with the golden sombrero?
Wow. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by
man.
Knoxville Smiles.
Said go Pirates.
Pirates tonight.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right things at Knoxville Smiles. They believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Check out Invisalign. It's a clear aligner that you can use instead of braces to straighten your teeth, and it's not like the retainers that we had when we were growing up, that like pink thing, and you had to put it in the case, and like people could see the wires on your teeth. Like they don't even know it's there. It's unbelievable. Find out more about it, Invisalign, at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. You can schedule your appointment there. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Let's go to the Fan Run breaking news desk before we get back to the busy phone lines. Belmont transfer guard Tyler Lundblade is visiting Tennessee this week, according to various reports on the internet. He is the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year after averaging 15.6 points per game and shooting 40.6% on three-pointers for the Bruins. 6'5" guard, one of just 17 players to make more than 100 threes this season, making 115. He made 104 last year, led the nation, hitting 48.1% from three-point range.
There's another kid, another guard like that coming out of Liberty.
What do you attribute the drop, 8% drop? Do you think that's just like he made a name for himself and now like teams were really game planning for him this year?
Oh, you mean what the 8% drop in his shooting percentage?
Yeah, he made 40.6% this year, 48% last year from three.
Well, let me look.
I mean, he made more threes this year than he did last year.
Sure.
But he must have shot a ton of them.
No, not really. He just, he averaged 3 made threes on 6.5 attempts last year. This year, 3.5 made threes on 6.8 attempts. Just, I don't know, more shots, but not a whole lot. I mean, 40% is damn good, man.
Yeah.
At 3-point range. I mean,
that's
38.
About where Connect was.
Yeah. 38% like the cutoff line. They say anything above 38 and you're cooking.
Where was Chaz at?
I don't know.
I want to say he was up 38, 39%.
I would think so.
Lundblade also led the nation free throw percentage this year, hitting 93.4%.
Definitely. That's one of the things we haven't really talked about. Two things that got to improve are turnovers and the free throw shooting. How many games do you think that cost us this year? At least 1 or 2?
Maybe. Here's my question. So he's a Dallas native, began his career at SMU as a walk-on, transfers to TCU for the following 2 seasons where he didn't play.
Yeah.
He appeared in 9 games in 2023 and 6 games the next year. So his time actually went down, transfers out of there and goes to Belmont where he tears it up. So did he develop? First of all, like he redshirted in 2022 and then he played in 23, 24. Like how on earth does he have eligibility left? But second of all, more importantly, I mean, obviously he does, or we wouldn't be recruiting him. Can't get on the floor at TCU. It's not some sort of basketball juggernaut. Goes to Belmont, plays well. Is this guy a poor competition merchant?
I'd say I'd be a little more concerned if he was coming from Missouri Valley's typically been a good, deep competitive conference. I don't think that's the case. I just think maybe he just elevated his game. I'm actually really encouraged by this because this guy's been on my radar for a couple of weeks when he entered the portal once they got booted out of the conference tournament. But the conventional wisdom was he was going to follow his coach who took the Kansas State job. So I think this will be a good addition. And I'm not saying it's the addition, but it's a good one.
Be a good start.
Yep.
Sign me up. Tyler Lundblade on campus as we speak for the Volunteers. And again, like shows you that Rick's not one to sit around and mope in his beer.
No, that's true.
We lost that game 24 hours ago. And already we're visiting with dudes. Let's get Phil in here next. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
What do you say, Debbie?
Hey, Philly.
How are the boys doing?
Man, we are trying to figure out what the hell we're going to talk about for the next 5 months.
Well, it's a long time to football season.
It is a long time, man.
And looks like this portal thing will be going on for about a month when you think all the way to June.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, it opens a week from tomorrow and it closes 2 weeks from. So it runs 2 weeks from April 7th to 21st. Now, that doesn't mean like you just have to be in before the 21st.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, and then you can sign anytime after that.
Yeah.
So you're right. It could go on for a minute.
We all had an interesting conversation on who we want to keep and who we need to pursue. And this kid from Belmont's they breed shooters over there. Just look at them; they're all been in rosters in the SEC and everywhere else. We had one this past year, so
yeah. And did you see what he had a hiccup at North Carolina, but Cade Tyson was lighting it up at Minnesota this year.
Yeah. I guess if Cade Tyson redid it, he would have come here instead of going to North Carolina.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out that way. We were guard short. That's our luck. Barnes should have spent. I'm not going to criticize Barnes. I think he did a great coaching job this year, but you couldn't criticize their recruiting. Last year they should have signed a couple of guards, and they didn't do it. They lost Rodney Rice and they lost McNeely, and then there was nothing left after they, waited around for Rice for a month, didn't they?
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, I can't help but think maybe they were, Rick was kind of prideful on, like Rodney Rice was trying to name his price, and I think, Barnes might have been like, I'm not having that. And, sometimes, man, you just gotta this era more than ever, man, you got to bite the bullet. I'm afraid.
Yeah, you got to pay the piper.
Yep.
I say all these teams we're going to see in the Final Four have got excess $10 million in payroll for the guys on the court. You think?
Yeah,
maybe more than that.
Yeah, it's funny. I heard a lot of people. Michigan outspent us. They spend so much money, and I went out and looked it up, and the only things I could find were, I think The Athletic reported on it, and maybe Yahoo, which I don't know if they're owned by the same people or whatever. But Michigan was at like 12 million. We were like 10.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were outspending us at a 3-to-1 ratio or anything like that. We're close. And, Kentucky spent over 20 million.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get out the first weekend. Same thing, BYU spent like $13 or $14 million. So there's a lot of teams out there that spend a lot of money. Just because you spend money doesn't mean you get there automatically. You still got to coach and develop it. But we're not far off.
Well, Kentucky spent $2 million for a guy who only played about 2 or 3 games. That's a guy Walker's familiar with. That's there at Arizona State.
$2 million, and they said he scored 20 points. So it was like $1 million, or it was like $100,000 a point for Jaden Quaytons.
Bad investment.
Also, they spent a bunch of money on Jalen Lowe, who just entered the portal.
Yeah.
Another guy that only played about 10 games, I think.
The Wilkerson kid was recruited by Morrow when he was at Cal. That's on our staff now. I don't know if that's going to be a tie for us to get him, or these agents are, some of them can be pains in the butt to deal with.
Yes.
I forgot about that Amara Morgan connection, Phil. That's right. That was when he was in play last year. I think that's why we were hoping we were going to get him, but maybe better late than never.
He's a straight shooter, but he's only 6 foot tall, and he's not a point guard. So we need somebody that's a real point guard that can break the dribble down. I mean, you all talk about Bishop Boswell, Lane Pointer. He's a role player. He's not a point guard. He can get some assists here and there, but he can't break nobody down with a dribble.
Well, I'll agree with you on, think about how many minutes our point guards have played the last couple of years with Sakai and Jacoby. I cannot imagine Bishop Boswell running point for 36 plus minutes.
You guys buying the Tanner Tyler chatter out there?
Tyler Tanner?
No,
here?
I'm not buying any of that.
Yeah,
No?
there's been some chatter about that, Phil. Whether it's real or not, we don't know. But, I mean, he just announced he's not going into the draft. He's going to stay in school.
I guess his coach is staying there now, too. Did they sign him up to a big...
I haven't seen.
They did. I believe
They'd be smart if they did.
I've been ripping Jerry Carey all year, but he showed me something in the NCAA tournament. If that guy got in shape, he'd be our best post player.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. I used the term, he was a factor for us in the tournament. He was good.
He's one of these guys that got an attitude, and Tennessee's kind of soft inside. Estrella's soft. I don't think Cade Phillips is soft. He just gets hurt all the time. I mean, is his prognosis on that shoulder? Is it good? You heard anything?
I've not heard anything. I would imagine that. I mean, they did it so early or late last year that I would hope that he's good to go. I mean, that's like a 6-month deal usually.
Yeah,
I would hope that he's done well in advance of the season and can really go through an extended preseason with you and be 100% next year.
I'd like to
I see why he gets hurt, though, because he plays so hard and he just isn't quite big enough to absorb some of the punishment he gets inside.
Yeah, you're right. The one thing I was going to say, Phil, is, and I'd heard last offseason he was working on it. I'd like to see him work on a mid-range shot. I feel like all he does is dunk, basically.
Is he the guy that we always hear about one big man in the Rick Barnes era? It's always, oh, so-and-so shooting the three. First it was Zach Kent Cook, remember him?
Yeah.
And then it was who after that? Urosh. Urosh could shoot the three. He couldn't shoot the three.
No.
Then it was Kyle Alexander was going to shoot the three 1 year. They say that about Akpara, Estrella. Like I guarantee you're going to hear that here in the next month or so. Cade Phillips has been showing extended range in off-season workouts. He's going to shoot the three, and he ain't going to shoot a damn three next year at all.
Tough kid, though.
But that is a rite of passage. The big man shooting the three narrative in the Rick Barnes era never happens.
Who's North Carolina going to hire, Bob? Who do you think?
The back channel stuff I have heard is that Tommy Lloyd does not get along with the athletic director at Arizona.
Interesting.
Desiree, who I think
is that Reed Francois?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I was just going to say she's got some connections here.
Gosh, she's been everywhere.
Yeah. So if he wins it, I could see him going to Carolina.
Wow. That's then Arizona will be open. Hell, Arizona's a great job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Then you start to create like it did last year. Well, I took, one guy left last year, and then it just starts a chain reaction, don't it?
Sure does.
Is Arizona blue blood or blue blood adjacent?
I'd say adjacent. They've been dry for a little while. It's a good job, like Phil said, but and they've won a title. But I mean, you look at what they've done. This was their first Final Four since what was it, like 2001 or something, or maybe that's Illinois. I might be mixing them up, but now Arizona's really good. I wouldn't put them in the same breath as Duke or UConn for sure, man. You got to they belong at this point.
I mean, if you look at the record, there's UConn and then there's everybody else.
What's that, Phil?
That was a choke job at Duke yesterday.
Sure was.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
I was actually cheering for Duke. I despise them. I hate Danny Hurley more. I actually like UConn, but I don't like Danny Hurley.
Yeah.
He's a psycho, but he wins.
You want to hear something interesting, Phil? That Braylon Mullins kid that hit the game winner. I just heard this morning. I just happened to be listening to KSR. He wanted to play at Kentucky, and Kentucky focused their recruiting on Jasper Johnson because he's a local kid. Mullins is like best friends with Malachi Moreno. He wanted to play with him, and so that didn't work out. He goes to UConn. He's going to be going back home now to Indianapolis for a Final Four. It worked out for him.
Good for him.
Oh boy! Well, them at Ruff's Rafters is it's hilarious reading right now. Hearing they're crying in their whiskey up there now. Kind of cool. Who believed that Tennessee was the best remaining SEC school in the tournament?
Isn't that crazy?
Never thought that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
All right, guys, we'll get off here. Hopefully.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. Somebody is texting me that Samto Cyril, the big man from Georgia, also a guy that might hop in the portal. A lot of Akpara, similar, both Nigerian, Hamilton Heights guys in Chattanooga.
It gets in foul trouble a lot, but I'd take the chance. You know what I mean? Rick could work on that with him, I'm sure. Kid Huddy7 on the live chat just said, is Phil sick or something? Complimenting Barnes' coaching. I never thought I'd see the day. We didn't talk at all, and we still have time to. We've been so absorbed with that crappy loss yesterday. I thought that game plan against Iowa State Friday night was one of the best I've seen from Barnes and those guys.
I mean, that's 3 years in a row that they have had just phenomenal Sweet 16 game plans. You go back to 2 years ago. Remember how worried we were about that Creighton game?
Yep.
and they just absolutely took them apart. And then the way Polinsky kind of walked us through their preparation for Kentucky last year was, I mean, they just yeah, I'm not worried about these Sweet 16 games, man. We got to figure out a way to get. Maybe we just have to throw money at it and make sure we're a 1 seed and be the dominant team instead of try to, you know, we're so often David trying to take down Goliath.
Boy, we sure don't get great matchups. I got an interesting stat to share at some point in the show with you, Russ, about us against Big Ten teams in the tournament.
I mean, we had 2 opportunities that we wasted. One was FAU, and then the Sister Jean year. We'd have walked to the Final Four.
Sister Jean was around a 32 game.
Yeah, I know, but that whole bracket opened up. You don't remember that was the year that everybody in front of us got upset. Kentucky got home.
Quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio, 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on board, 966-3435. The postmortem on Tennessee's 2025-2026 basketball season. What's next for Rick Barnes and the Big Orange? We continue the discussion next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
What is the devil's deal with the devil of the day?
I'm calling it up. This came from Of course, now I can't find it, but it
Don't
came.
you hate that?
No, here it is. I know why, because he added another. He said maybe it's a loser's talk, but this came from a person in the 270. Maybe it's loser's talk, but curious to hear if fans would take Auburn's last 3 years, not Auburn as a team, but their last 3 years versus Tennessee's last 3 years in basketball. Now, Tennessee, obviously 3 straight Elite Eights. Auburn in the last 3 years, they lost in the first round to Yale. Then last year, Final Four. This year, NIT.
It's a hard one, man.
That is a tough one.
It's Final Four. You get to hang a banner.
I'm addicted to this year in and year out, this sustained high-level success that we have with Rick Barnes.
I am too, but I'm also going on an
Four
Ahab-like descent into madness over not being able to get my white whale, which is a Final Four.
Yeah.
I mean, it was honestly the first thing I thought about. At what point does it become us getting to the Final Four becomes we become the 90s Bills?
If we went to another Elite Eight, that would make 4. At that point, we would reach Buffalo Bills level of.
When does it start to feel like it, though?
It's a good question. I don't think it has yet.
Mm-mm.
Because
it's only been like one or two other teams that have gone, or a couple of teams that have had this kind of sustained.
And I don't know, maybe this is loser talk too. You guys tell me, but I feel a lot of sense of celebration today. As painful as yesterday was, I feel like people are just like rallying around the program. I watched the video of Rick in the locker room after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Where I thought I was a pacer. I mean, good Lord, that guy, Rick.
Yeah.
It's a chair, buddy. Take a seat. But I was like looking at the comments, and it's all just so proud of this team. Because I
played their asses off.
I
this
opened up
year.
the comments expecting to see other fan bases just clowning us, you know?
Right.
And I didn't see any of that. It was all Tennessee fans talking about how proud they were of the team.
They way overachieved. A lot of them played hurt, including our best player. So I don't know. Did it end the way we wanted it to? Absolutely not. I'll never get over what happened yesterday. It scarred me for life. They brutalized us.
Yesterday.
What was the more painful loss, yesterday or when
Purdue was the most, but if I had to rank the 4 Elite Eight losses of my lifetime, I would actually probably put Michigan State number 1 because we were so close. Purdue number 2 because that was just frustrating and there was just nothing we could do with that guy. And then probably Houston. Yesterday was just
the best one.
When they turned it up on us, it was game over. We all knew it.
It's what they've done now. Just about everybody they've played this year, with the exception they stubbed their toe a couple of times.
I think I said this in our text group. I'm not even mad.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not even mad. I'm so much more mad about what's happening in baseball right now as a fan.
Which I got some feedback on you yesterday on VR.
Okay. I take it's negative.
Well, it wasn't real negative. They were just let me pull it up here so I can.
Oh, take your time.
I'm sorry. I didn't think I was gonna bring it up, but you brought it up again. This is from Matthew. I'm 5 minutes into your all's post game show. I still think Vols baseball will be fine. Brutal 1-run losses early, but it's a long season and enough good things to be positive. And then he also adds, it's a damn shame you guys weren't still on when Davies Dookie boys choked. F Duke, Hoops, and especially F the Vandy boys.
If you look at the numbers, if you know what to look for, there's been a significant drop off.
It's not the same.
Yeah. We're not getting on base at nearly the same percentage. And
you don't series last year.
You don't have to be Theo Epstein to realize that we're not hitting the ball over the fence anymore.
Yeah, that was basic stats.
You don't have to be Billy Bean to realize that the two things that we did during the fight, we threw it really hard and we hit it really hard. That's really all it came down to. We pitched really hard and we hit really hard, and we are not doing those things right now.
Yeah, and even basic numbers, like I think we were talking about heading into conference play, is that we only had like 3 or 4 guys before SEC play hitting over 300.
And like I realize, well, Tony would be doing the same thing. Okay, like our pitchers are who they are. They're not going to be throwing any harder if Tony and Frank are here. I think we wouldn't be walking as many and hitting as many. But the pitching has been good enough to win. But the hitting is so much an attitude. And with what we have invested in our roster, I mean, that's a top 10 roster in the country.
Talent-wise.
And it's not producing. It's just not. And I think, again, not calling for Elander's head or anything like that. It's frustrating that he has to learn on the job in front of all of us. And, Tony didn't have to go through that. But I think you have to lace the offensive struggles at the feet of the coaching staff. I mean, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's multiple guys that just go through these long slumps. I mean, before yesterday, Blaine Brown had 1 or 2 slumps where he didn't get a hit for 3 or 4 game stretches. Jay Abernathy is almost become unplayable.
Yeah.
We can't play him.
And he was our leadoff guy to start the season, wasn't he?
I mean, they've all been slumping. I don't want to single anybody out because the only guy in that entire line, there's only one player that's been somewhat consistent, and that's Henry Ford. Everybody else has had at least one just mega slump.
But even with Henry Ford, like we're back similar to what we had last year. The fielding with him, some of the stuff he did in one of the dropping that pop up.
Yeah, you trade that. I mean, that's modern analytics baseball, right? You're willing to take a little bit of an error here or there if a guy gets on base.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Let's get Rusty in here. Rusty, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Hey, fellas.
What's up?
Everybody's healed up a little bit. It was a rough 24 hours there, but give me our 3 years over not making the tournament and getting beat by an Ivy League school and going to one Final Four and then losing in crushing fashion to a conference opponent in your Final Four game. And I've been saying forever, I want to get to a Final Four like everybody, but unless you win the last game, it's going to hurt so freaking bad, whether it's Saturday night of the Final Four or Monday night of the Final Four, it's going to hurt. I know we get to hang a cute little banner, but if we have a single banner with a Final Four hanging up in the arena and that's the best thing we got, that doesn't really turn me on that much. So give me 3 straight Elite Eights, 4 straight Final Fours all day, every day.
Hard to argue against.
That's just my opinion.
It's fun not sucking.
I mean, how bad do you think the worst, most painful loss isn't for the Elite Eight? It's the overtime Purdue loss in the Sweet 16. We didn't make it as far, but that loss, the way we lost it, hurts way worse. So it doesn't matter to me unless you win the last one. We're all going to be devastated. Now, I want to talk a little bit about that ball game yesterday. Michigan's so much better than we are. I said going into the weekend we were going to beat Iowa State worse than we beat Virginia, and unless we play perfect and Michigan plays a D game, we can't beat them. But from the moment in the ball game, Dwayne Brown picks up his second foul, and we put Okpara back on the court with 2 fouls already, which I don't mind putting players back on the court with 2 fouls in the first half, unless it's your rim protector who is likely to be involved in some collisions at the rim. But during that time frame, I think they went on a 21-2 run. During that, we shot 7 long 2-pointers, and Michigan shot 0 of them.
Yep. Mid-range jumpers. It's a staple of the Barnes era.
For long twos, they are devastating. They do not win you ball games unless it's a guy who just shoots it at like an 80% clip, like Connect or something like that. But anybody else shooting long twos, is a waste. Even unless a man's getting to like 8 feet and drawing contact, him shooting long twos isn't a great shot. They go in sometimes, but it's not something that's really beneficial long term.
Mm-hmm.
Those things cost us. We let their big man, their 7'4" guy, play like 9 straight minutes in the first half with 2 fouls, and never once did we try to go plow into his body and just see if those officials that were calling everything might happen to blow a whistle on him. Like Jalen Carey, just go run him over and see if we get the call. Nope, never did it. Let's have Jalen Carey took an 18-footer during that run. Now, that may have been the moment got big and we panicked, or the coach didn't say, let's change it. I love our coach. He deserves to be here as long as he wants to be. But I'll leave you with this. If Josh Schertz ends up at a better job, like a job equal with ours, like Carolina, Arizona, wherever, and we miss out on him, it's going to be worse than we missed out on Jay Wright.
Thanks, Rusty. Appreciate the phone call. I mean, Barnes said after the game, like, he didn't seem like a guy that had a lot of answers yesterday. And I think that's part of just being out-talented. But the one thing that he said a couple of times was, well, we got to shoot it better.
Yeah.
I don't know that he is – look, I agree. We can get as far into the weeds as you want on the analytics and mid-range jumper versus rim shot and three thing. I tend to agree with the modern thinking. Mid-range jumpers make me cringe, but I don't think it's going to change, Bob. I don't see Rick Barnes just saying – he's bent a little bit on this, right? I mean, we used to shoot a lot more mid-range jumpers than we do now. I don't see him going away.
No, I don't.
So you just better recruit better shooters.
Yeah. Tell you what I was struck by too. I mean, not for nothing. Even the guys in the studio on CBS were saying there's no way Michigan's going to get their per game average, which is like 88, 90 points a game. They got 95. And it's because we do know this much. They play so many different versions of basketball offensively. I mean, they killed us on transition, man. We haven't seen that happen much to us this year.
Other than Florida,
yeah.
This is the only other we had two that I can remember. We've been blown out twice this year. Once by Florida down there, and then obviously, yesterday, whatever happened there. We got just absolutely brutalized.
865-966-3435, your phone number. You want to get on the show this afternoon, you could call or text The Drive as we sift through the wreckage looking for survivors. Tennessee's basketball season comes to
We hit the mountain. Flew right into it yesterday.
Well, it was rough. It was rough. Kicked in the Vols says, we did settle, but every time we fed the post, Estrella was missing his hook shot. I mean, we were shooting 20% at one point during the run.
I think we finished. We shot, 20% from three, if I remember the box score correctly.
London Kelly says, out of the current players in the portal, what is the wish list? Well, nobody's entered the portal officially. Guys have announced their intention to enter the portal. How are we recruiting Lundblade?
Because he's a graduate.
Okay.
He's a grad transfer.
Out of the guys that have announced, and not even announced, out of the guys that are like, if you could bring me, I guess Lundblade, do we want Lundblade over Rodney Rice?
Might be an economics.
Ooh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
exercise there.
Home state discount.
Injury thing.
So Lundblade, give me Lundblade, the Foxwell kid at point guard. Give me those two.
There's a kid coming out of Liberty. It's like a 40% three-point shooter career.
Yeah, I mean, we need somebody with a little bit of size.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, you've got to have another rim protector in there.
Another kid I like, but I'm not sure he'll be a fit here. I think I sent you guys something the other day. Avdilas from Virginia Tech. He's like 6'8". He's a guard, so he's a wing, and very, very smooth player, man. Averaged like 13 or 14 at Tech, and kind of got some Luka Doncic vibes.
That guy.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good, but I'm not sure he'd be the right fit. I think back to how excited I was about Igor and how that didn't really work. So,
I mean, the other thing you have to keep in mind is, you never know which of these kids are just not going to be able to operate under Barnes.
Well, yeah.
It's not for everybody.
Right.
Did you hear the interview Barnes gave? I can't remember where it was, but it was somewhere last week where he's talking about his assistants. He'll go on a recruiting trip to scout somebody that his assistants have identified, and he'll see another player and said, why aren't we recruiting him? And the coaches know him well enough to say, he can't play for you, coach.
I bet there's some of that.
They've already done their research. They're like, yeah, I know. He's nice at this level. He can't play for you. Did you hear that Ethan Berg telling the story about the 5 a.m. workout?
Oh, yeah.
What a 5:30 is?
Yeah.
It was 5 a.m. He said he's late. So Berg gets here in the fall, and there's a football game going on. And his first team meeting is on a football weekend. And he doesn't understand, because he's from Israel, he doesn't understand what Tennessee football is and the fact that that's going to destroy traffic on campus. So he calls and tells the guy, hey, I'm going to be late. He gets there late. It's fine. Garrett Maidenwald pulls him aside and said, hey, you're going to have a 5 a.m. That's what they call their punishments if you're late. And he's like, I'm already struggling with the workouts because we don't work out like that in the pros in Israel. Here it's just different, like the intensity and the running and all that. So he's like, so I'm already really tired. He said they went to some sort of cookout.
They went to a seafood. Yeah, it was a seafood boil.
And they're eating shrimp and everything. And then he gets up and he's at the facility at 5 a.m. the next day. And he said Maidenwald runs him to the point where his entire body is cramping. And he's like, I guess he threw up. He said he threw up a whole shrimp.
That was just there. Yeah, he ended up puking in the weight room.
And he says, so I'm full body cramping. And they're like, and he's like, well, at least I'm done. And he's like, you got to go get on the stair climber, bro. And he's like, I can't move. And he's like, I'm sorry, you got to go get on it. You got to do it. And so he's doing that. He's puking everywhere. He's just.
Well, they gave him some drink to help with cramps, and he chugged that, and he drank too much, and then that made him
just
throw up.
immediately
when he barfed
it up.
Yeah. Berg is like, based on if you saw Barnes's post-game stuff over the weekend, talking about Ethan Berg, Berg's going to be welcome here as long as he wants to be here, because he's
I want him to stay.
Yeah, I got to say, I've been impressed with his just his character, because,
maturity.
Yeah, exactly.
You need some of that in college basketball, and I think that I'm not saying I want him to be our starting point guard next year.
No,
but I like him being a core guy on this team. But yeah, playing for Rick Barnes is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah,
it's not
and
for everybody.
You're going to be working harder than any of us could even probably ever imagine.
I mean, he was on the practice squad at one point this season. That's how far down he had fallen.
I mean, everyone is held to the same incredibly high standards and rules.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. Back to wrap up hour number 2 right after this.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves. You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Watching Tyler Lundblade highlights here during the break, I'm sold.
Yeah.
He's got a quick release.
He can stroke it. Where's the headband?
Can he play defense?
I don't know, Walker. They don't show a lot of defensive highlights on the Tyler
not.
Lundblade YouTube.
I wouldn't think so.
Highlight reel.
We need a defensive highlight reel.
Just him shooting. Well, I mean,
need a couple steals.
That's a good-looking shot, actually.
He's been – we were told the entire staff picked him up with his family at the airport today. So that's pretty good indication that they're all in on Tyler Lundblade.
Quick release.
Yep.
Love it.
A little bit – I mean, I think it's actually a better looking shot than Lanier had.
Really?
I always thought Lanier's was a little bit quirky. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I think Lundblade's looks better. He's not as big and athletic as Chaz. He's not as big.
Yeah. Chaz had the I always said it looked not in pure form like you were getting at, but his release was kind of like Klay Thompson-ish. It was quick.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Yes.
This guy's I agree. I think his form's better looking, although his feet are kind of.
But I like that. I mean, he doesn't have to be set to shoot. Like he can shoot it, man.
I like it.
He's a pretty good looking player.
Yep.
Let's get Roberto in here next. Roberto, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
His last name is Lundblade.
Yep.
You've got to put a guy like that on the team.
Sling
That's
Blade.
That's an all-time butt kicker name.
I'm shooting this threes, pointers.
That's what I was saying. Call him Sling Blade, Roberto.
Yeah, there, Lundegaard.
There it is. I would be for it. Like
I'll do a damn lot count.
Fried taters and mustard.
What's that, Roberto?
I said, it'd be pretty sweet if he came out and every time he made a three, he's like French fried taters, mustard. That'd be awesome.
You ever seen Sling Blade, Walker?
No, not.
You ever heard of it?
When I think of Sling Blade, I think of the wrestling move, not the movie.
Okay.
So Billy Bob Thornton is like one of his, not his first role, but early, late 90s. He plays this guy.
No. Early 2000s.
He plays this guy. What was the guy's name?
Carl, right?
Carl, yeah, but he talked like this. Sling Blade. He was a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Who else is in? Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah.
Well, there ain't no practice, Randy.
Good movie.
Ain't got no
the late Tom Ritter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was he in that? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I always think about Billy Bob and Monsters Ball.
Yeah. Halle Berry.
Yeah.
What's the deal with him? You notice that about Billy Bob? He always made me. He's a boss, man. He makes sure his love interest in any type of film he's in is usually just like, even for a movie star, just way out of his league. I'm sorry. Allie Larder. In fact, she's 20 years younger than him.
Pulled prime Angelina Jolie. I mean,
yeah, if that's a
guy had some
you
game.
think that's I don't know. She's kind of weird. Remember when she kissed her brother?
And if she were your sister,
Ooh.
Just saying.
Made it weird.
Sorry.
I'm sorry I drove this into a ditch, guys. I feel like this is my fault.
Somebody had to.
I just want to talk real quick about basketball. I like where we're going. I think we ought to throw more money behind basketball. We're a basketball school again because we're not going to be a football school for a year or two. And baseball is just, it's. So I said it on the show before you, but I'll say it again. I want everybody to remember, old Berto was the one who told you want Kevin Schnall. Just remember that. Because this is what we were hoping wouldn't happen, but he is green,
Did
man.
you say that at the time?
Oh, absolutely. Go back and check the tape.
Walker, Go check the tape. Did Roberto say we should hire Kevin Schnall from Coastal Carolina instead of Josh Elander?
Yes.
I don't think you did, man.
Bears calling BS.
I'll go back and check it.
No, you won't.
Feel free. I'm the biggest Kevin Schnall sheep you'll meet. I'm a huge Coastal Carolina
I don't
fan.
think anybody was saying hire Kevin
If we could go back in time and do it over.
When he was interviewed, I absolutely said that's who you should hire.
If we could go back in time and do it over, are we hiring Kevin Schnall over Elander?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Bear?
Kevin Schnall has us in the top 10 right now.
About that. I don't know.
How many of our players do we
I know you don't know. That's okay. But this is bad baseball. Bad. And it is completely on his shoulders. We've lost 4 games that are all on his shoulders, and every one of them was by 1 run. They're all on him. Also, basketball. Very happy with the season. Good job, guys.
Thank you, Roberto. Stay tuned. Hour number 3, movement on the Lady Vols coaching staff today. We'll get to that, the top 5 at 5, when we continue after this.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station. We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station. Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen. For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Citizens National Bank. Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
What is dedication? The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Monday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning in to the show today. The Top 5 at 5 is brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. You got about 24 hours or so to take part in the free stump grinding promotion that they've got. Yeah, it ends tomorrow. Just call them up. Tell them you heard about it on Fan Run Radio, ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Walker, hit me.
At number 1, Belmont transfer guard Tyler Lundblade is visiting Tennessee basketball this week. Lundblade was the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year in 2025-26 for the Bruins, and he averaged 15.6 points on 40.6% shooting from three-point range.
And Bob, you were saying one of the on-3 recruiting analysts said that Tennessee is, what did they say, trending here? Emerging.
Well, I mean, they're just.
I love recruiting speak.
I know. Just that I got to say, I'm happy that definitely softens the blow a teeny bit over what happened yesterday. It's like now, they're back at it, man.
I feel like we were emerging for Isaac McNeely at this time.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
We emerged for him. And then we emerged for Rodney Rice. And we emerged for Duke Miles. So just because you're emerging does not necessarily mean that it's done. But we emerged quickly for Jacoby Gillespie, and we were able to get that across the finish line. So nice-looking player, shooter, 2-guard. I mean, I guess he could play the 3 at 6'5". But, you know, what does this mean for Bishop Boswell?
Yeah, I mean, he looks, at least the video we've seen, I'm not sure he's more of just kind of a pick and pop guy.
Yeah.
But we need that. I mean, I'm not criticizing.
Yeah, I don't see him putting the ball on the floor, crossing guys up, getting to the hoop, throwing it down.
Not a creator that way.
More of a poor man's Momcilovic.
Floor spacer.
Yep.
Floor spacer.
I like it.
At number 2, North Carolina State is hiring Tennessee associate coach Justin Gainey as the program's new head coach. NC State brass interviewed Gainey in Chicago Saturday afternoon before hiring him 2 days later to take over the program of his alma mater.
Do we think that Justin Gainey being distracted by interviewing for the NC State job the day before the Michigan game cost us?
No.
The thought crossed my mind.
Well, it did not.
It did.
Hell no, he didn't.
Crossed my mind.
He's how long did it take to interview for a head coaching job? 2 or 3 hours? Longer?
It wasn't Barnes talking to him. It was just
it's our defensive coordinator. Did you see us get absolutely ripped apart time and time again yesterday?
Yeah, those hours could have been spent figuring out our transition defense.
Could have brought back any number. We weren't winning that game yesterday. Whether or not Gainey interviewed for a job
not with our associate head coach so distracted.
Oh, God.
You think Barnes would honestly let that even happen if he didn't feel like?
I don't know, Bob. It's a sign that he's lost control of the program.
Here we go. Nice. Here we go.
And as well, NC State's going to have two of the Drive's favorite coaches to talk to, Gainey and Fancher now.
Try and get them on at the same time one time. Just talk NC State. Talk Wolfpack.
We do need to get Coach Fancher back on soon. It would be cool to talk to Gainey now that he's going to be
Coach Fanch might be recruiting half of our roster, it sounds like.
God almighty.
God almighty.
God almighty. At number 3, RTI's Ryan Sylvia gave a couple of notable practice reports following Tennessee football hitting the field today. On offense, David Sanders Jr. seemingly looks like a completely different player after putting on weight this offseason and still has kept his quickness at tackle. Also, tight end Ethan Davis has looked much better as a blocker after being primarily used as a pass-catching tight end last year.
Got guys passing the proverbial eye test, it sounds like.
So far.
I mean, that's scary sounding that Sanders, for the opponents, he still hasn't lost any quickness and is putting on large amounts of muscle weight.
It's going to be a big dude.
Feel good about our offensive line.
Is that position group we feel the best about? Them or maybe receiver?
Yeah. Feel pretty good about running back.
I feel okay about running back. I mean, I think Deshaun Bishop.
Yeah, we don't have a game breaker there, but we just saw. I mean, Deshaun Bishop was third team All SEC last year.
Yeah, he's a great player. He rushed for 1,000 yards. Is that right?
Beaver,
Carnes Beaver. Who knows? He could rush for 1,500 yards this year, and we'll all look like idiots.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Nope. At number 4, some news out of the Lady Vols program today. Kim Caldwell will add Florida State Associate Head Coach Bill Ferreira Jr. as assistant coach Gabe Lazo is leaving the program, and he will assumedly replace Lazo's position. Elsewhere, top 26 recruit Olivia Edwards re-emphasized her commitment to Kim Caldwell at the McDonald's All-American game.
Okay.
Quote, "I'm very excited," Edwards said. "I feel like the change of pace will be good for me, and I'm all in all just excited to be with the family."
Well, this hire is getting pretty brutally panned by the Lady Vol fans on social media.
Ferrara?
Yeah, the same group of people that have the post-game show. They're not a big fan of this.
Very measured reaction, I'm sure, from that group.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think, Bob? I mean,
nuanced, calm.
She's new assistant coach, Olivia Edwards staying. I feel like that's pretty big.
It's a big deal because Lazo, the rumor is he may be going to LSU, and Lazo was also attached. He was the one responsible for closing the deal on Olivia Edwards. So
that witch down there in Baton Rouge can stay the hell away.
I just saw a video, by the way, of Olivia Edwards in a workout dunking.
Yeah, she can dunk.
Yeah, I mean,
like in high school.
Yeah,
was it a girl dunk or a dunk?
No, it was a legitimate dunk.
Yam time.
It wasn't.
It wasn't like hanging on the rim and all that.
It wasn't
stuff.
a Michelle dunk. Michelle Snow dunk. Remember, like she would just kind of like eke it over and then grab the rim.
No, this was on the run. She
threw it down.
One hand tomahawk.
Okay.
How tall is this young
Yam
lady?
time.
6'2", 6'3", maybe.
She jump it out.
Yeah, really good player. Hope she put some people on.
Are we sure she's a woman?
Oh, here we go.
Who was the first?
I'm just asking questions.
Who was the first women's basketball player that dunked?
Cheryl Miller.
Cheryl Miller.
Yep.
Swoops.
No, I think it was Cheryl Miller.
You're telling me, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be insensitive here. You're telling me a 6'2" high school girl.
She might be taller. I don't know. I'm just saying that was ballpark. What? Why is that so crazy?
Has there ever been a 6'2" female that could dunk a basketball?
Who are the ones that can dunk? Candace,
Lisa Leslie.
Michelle Snow, Lisa Leslie.
Oh, what's her name? The girl, the girl that got caught over in Russia.
Brittany Griner.
I remember though, right when Lisa Leslie dunked in the WNBA game.
It was barely.
It was like she shot the ball, she ekes it over the rim, and then grabs the rim. And like you got to jump up high to grab it. I couldn't do it, but it's not the same as Anthony Edwards coming down the lane, like
she's
throwing it down behind his head.
She's officially 6'3".
Yep, power forward. She's listed at.
Yeah.
6'3".
Is she going to be our best player next year?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I would think so.
Assuming
there is somebody that said on the text box, I don't know, I can't confirm it, saying that he's heard Talaysia Cooper's coming back, which would shock me. But money
she
talks.
was a senior, like super.
No. Wait, wasn't she last seen telling her coach to go perform an anatomically impossible act?
Basically, no. She's got another year of eligibility.
Now, are we getting that healthy girl?
That one?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, you're talking about Audie Crooks?
Yeah, the big.
Oh, there.
We're not getting
not healthy girl. Come on, man.
Well, she's a big. I was trying.
She's not in the portal.
No.
They're saying there's a good chance she'll enter the portal if it'll. Anyway,
Audie Crooks would have no
Walker
business playing the style of
Probably a
basketball.
Good point for you to move on to the next.
Yeah, we can move on. This one.
I keep saying stuff.
No, we'll move on. 12 tons of Kit Kat chocolate bars went missing in Europe last week after thieves made off with a truck transport.
What did he say? What the hell did he just say?
Never mind. Please continue.
As you want.
Repeat it. Maybe go back and
go, Walker.
Kit Kat, which is made by Nestle, said the truck carrying 413,793 bars of its new range set from central Italy to distribute the chocolate throughout Europe, but never reached its final scheduled destination in Poland. The vehicle and the merchandise remain unaccounted for. Nestle did not reveal where exactly the truck was lost, and Kit Kat said the missing bars are traceable via a batch of barcodes. Anyone scanning the batch numbers of the stolen chocolate would receive instructions on how to contact Kit Kat.
Ain't nobody going to be scanning those things. They're going to be selling them on the black market. And I can tell you where it was probably hijacked, somewhere outside of that factory. And where you say Italy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
Gee, I wonder where a whole truckload of $1 million worth of chocolate.
I don't know what
are you
he's
suggesting that La Costa Nostra is
exactly.
I just figured it was some hungry
fat
truck
person.
driver, pulled to the side of the road, just chowing down on Kit Kats.
400,000 Kit Kats.
I could put away some Kit Kats.
400,000 of them?
In time, yeah.
Could you eat 400,000 Kit Kats on the road from central Italy to Poland?
I mean, I'd put them away, save them for later. You could freeze a Kit Kat.
Oh, they're better frozen.
Yeah, go that far, but
very tasty.
So good. Elite candy.
That was what I was wanting you to
You
talk.
said the story was Vol related when I asked.
Yeah, I know. I messed up. It was a Kit Kat.
They broke out for a little while some dark chocolate Kit Kats.
Those weren't bad.
Ooh.
The white chocolate ones were good too.
Those are good.
That's not chocolate.
I'm a big dark chocolate fan, actually.
Are you?
It's healthier for you.
Yeah, it's healthier.
Better for you.
Exactly.
It's not sweet.
Yeah, I read somewhere something about like really dark chocolate being healthy for you. I can't even remember what idiotic thing possessed me to get that, but I bought a bunch of it and I was trying to eat it.
It's awful
because it was unedible. Remember, I brought it in here. Remember, I tried to give it to some of the guys and like nobody could.
Not even. Yeah, nobody.
It's just bad.
It's good for your heart.
Is Panzika around?
Nobody wanted it. All right, thank you, Walker. That is the Top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends over at ECR Total Landscapes. Appreciate their support of the show this year. Free stump grinding. If you've got an old tree in your yard that's starting to lean a little bit too much, if you've got branches hanging over your roof, don't wait until it's too late. Call the pros at ECR Total Landscapes, just like I did, and they'll come over and get those trees out of your yard so that you, your home, and your family are safe in 2026. And the best part is, if you mention you heard us talking about it here on Fan Run Radio, they will do free stump grinding at your estate. It's what they did for me. It was a big job too. And so that stump grinding saved me a lot of money, several $100s. And tomorrow is the last day. So if you've been hearing us talk about this for the past couple of months and you've been thinking, man, I really need to do that. That sounds like a good deal there. It is a good deal. And you need to go ahead and call today. Get that appointment on the books so that you can get that free stump grinding, save a bunch of money. You can't do it on Wednesday. You have today, tomorrow, the last opportunity. So go ahead and write this number down, 865-384-2012. They'll come out and do a free estimate. You can visit them online, ecrtotallandscapes.com. Just be sure to use promo code FANRUN. Just mention FANRUN, and you'll get free stump grinding when you book a tree trimming job with ECR Total Landscapes today.
I did have one thing. It didn't make the top 5, but it's kind of newsy. Jordan Thomas, who had the catastrophic knee injury.
Yeah.
He is the torchbearer. He won the torchbearer award.
What's that?
The award that
Josh Dobbs won it. And
Jemai
Mashak won it. Yeah.
It's like the athlete that most embodies the volunteer spirit or something.
No, the student.
Yeah.
It's the whole student
Yeah.
body.
It's a very, very high honor.
Prestigious.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, people that win those end up being like really good people, pillars of the community and stuff. Rich.
Yeah, I don't see Josh Dobbs going down the Tiger Woods path.
Probably not.
Did you hear? Apparently he tried to pass some type of either delivery truck and then he lost control. I mean, you lived near him, you said, Bob. Could you imagine doing 75?
Oh, yeah, he and Tiger are neighbors.
I don't live near him.
Barnes' neighbor here, Tiger down in
would it shock anybody?
No, they're very narrow roads. We've driven down there just to sightsee. It's about 20 minutes from where we live, but we're not like neighbors or anything. I mean,
you're familiar with that area.
Absolutely. And like I said, we've driven it just to, sightsee it. And it's one lane each way and it's curvy, and you got to be on your heels if you're not impaired at all. It's
10 and 2.
Yeah, it's
ready to go.
Something. Well, yeah, because there's also a lot of down there. There's a lot of people on bikes and
bikes.
Just a lot, man. It's near the beach, so could be people crossing the street. I mean,
I didn't realize this. Do you guys realize this is his 4th reckless driving charge in 7 years?
That we know of.
That he hadn't gotten. And the reason he doesn't want a driver, according to people that would know, unnamed sources, he doesn't want there to be anybody that knows his business, what he's out and about doing.
That's understandable.
Tony B, the caller on the YouTube chats, wants to know if Bear has his seatbelt on.
I think that's ugly.
You buckled in there, buddy?
I figured out how it happened.
I need someone to give me a play-by-play of this, because the only thing
Nobody
I've
was
heard
in here.
about it, that no one was in here, no one saw it.
So after the show Friday, you guys weren't here. It's just me and Bear, the dedicated ones. And I'm standing outside. My son is hanging out here. It's like we're the only ones in the whole building. All the lights are off. We're waiting on Bear. He's in the studio there doing Lord knows what. And all of a sudden, I just hear this huge clatter. I mean, it just sounds like a bomb has gone off. It's just like crashing and a groan and like a kind of a cry of agony. And I'm like, oh God, what has he done now? And I go open up the door to find him.
That was not Starfish.
Flat on his back.
I was flat on my back.
Flat on his back. A chair is like in a heap, upside down, basically where you're sitting now, Walker. And Bear's just lying flat on his back going, And after I found out that he was okay, I tried to take a picture.
If you had put a picture out, I'd beat your ass at recess.
You said you had video evidence.
I tried. I tried, but I was like moving, and this is all that came out.
Oh wow! No,
it's just blurry.
Yeah,
you can kind of make him out.
That looks
you can
almost
see
like
the
he,
Yankees
maybe
hat.
That looks like he took the picture.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to because he was still groaning. I didn't want to put the phone right in his face.
God, I would have been so pissed. My back was hurting so bad.
Oh, I would have taken a picture.
I was over there finishing up the podcast, and then I leaned way over here because commercials ran out to turn on the national feed because it was Friday.
Yep.
I was on the edge of this chair walker like this, right? And I leaned a little too far, and it tipped up in the air, and then it went boom, that way.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's brutal.
It shot out from underneath me at
That's
like
tough.
60. It was, tougher breed, like Conzo said.
Pair with things
Did
with
not
4
make
wheels,
VR
have a
Friday
tough
night.
week.
Even if I didn't have to get up there, there was no way I was going to be able to physically move Friday evening.
Yeah, we'll get you a little helmet you can wear over there.
Kiss my.
You missed an active week. Right?
Pad the floors.
I heard.
What did you hear?
I heard about what happened after the show Wednesday before I left, and then the whole falling out of the chair thing. It's
Okay. Nobody said anything about Thursday?
Something happened Thursday?
What happened?
So are you someone holding out on me on stuff that I missed?
I don't know. So, I mean, things happen on this show, Walker.
It's falling apart. I leave for a couple days, and it falls apart back here.
Nothing fell apart. We got the shows.
You fell apart, literally.
It was after the show. I slid a little.
You fell out of your chair.
I flipped out of it. I still don't really understand how I ended up flipping onto my back. But here we are. So I'm supposed to be real careful right now about my back.
Hey, on the text box, somebody from the 423 said Roberto absolutely said that Schnall was the guy to hire over Elander. I'm positive about that.
Is that?
I don't know.
Why do you not trust him? Why do you not trust Roberto?
Because we were all saying we wanted Elander.
He says he wasn't.
Okay.
Well,
sure thing. I'll go back and listen to his call. I've got to.
You're going to go back and listen
There's
to
no way.
30
Zero
shows
chance.
from after Vitello left. And
Well, no, it all blew up in like 2 days.
a week of shows. You're going to go just to prove Roberto wrong, just so you can say,
I might.
You won't do it.
I might.
You won't do it.
How do you know I won't do it?
Because you won't.
How dumb would you feel if you did that and you went through and after like 7 hours of listening, you finally got to Roberto and he's like, "Yeah, we should hire this Schnall guy. It's Coastal
I delete
Carolina."
the podcast.
On the live chat, Jonesy404 said, "I've got a spare Graco booster seat that I used to use. It's in the basement if y'all need it."
Why would I need a booster seat, you jackass?
Well, you can belt in.
Justin says, then Russ gave him the figure 4 to finish the job. I did think about dropping the people's elbow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was just
You don't want any part of
he's
this.
teed
Russ.
up right there.
You don't want any part of this.
Jonesy says,
Get your
release
ass
the
tore up.
files.
Release the footage.
Stay with us. The drive continues. More of your phone calls coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, "I've got your back." That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Hewitt Pruitt on the YouTube chat says it sounds like Bear made the deer being eaten alive by a bear sound.
No. I'll admit I was making a noise that wasn't what you were doing. And it wasn't that.
What is that, actually?
That is a live deer being eaten alive
You
by
don't know
a
what
bear.
this you've never seen this video?
No, I don't want to.
No, he knows I don't like it, Bob. It's horrific to listen to. It's one of God's creatures being devoured.
It's like in Colorado somewhere in some guy's backyard. There's like a play set next door, and there's this deer this bear's just eating it, just chowing down. And this is the actual audio.
Okay, I got
it.
Noted. I was in Louisville this weekend, and we were at some, like, it was cool actually. It's in this part of Louisville they call New Lou, which is more near downtown. They had like this goat themed festival, which before you laugh, there were like big beer and bourbon tents and music and everything else. It was great. A lot of little goats, like they were letting people hold baby goats and stuff. Oh no, it's when they're that little, it's like, it's just very like.
We had goats at the old station.
They're very cute. I hear they eat everything in sight though too. I mean, they just devour stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, not just grass, but anything.
Kudzu, there's a guy he's based out of Knoxville, but he goes around with this big trailer full of goats, and if you got brush that you want to get rid of, he'll just throw them out there.
Yeah.
They couldn't make a dent on the Arby's on Chapman Highway up behind that thing.
But it was, but I was just reminded, I think little baby goats are cute. They were adorable. There were a lot of them.
Well, they're fine until they start crapping everywhere.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Matty Ice is next. What's up, Matt?
No, he dropped. I actually got him punched in. He dropped.
Give us a call back, Matt, 865-966-3435, your phone number. Bob, you had another portal entry or impending portal entry that intrigued you?
I did.
Somebody, was that you?
No, that was Bear.
Check out LSU. So Will Wade introduced as the head coach there. I mean, you thought that the LSU situation couldn't become more of a cesspool. Yeah. Have you seen who his staff is going to include?
Well, I saw who he added today. Yeah.
Former LSU head coach Johnny Jones and ex-Mississippi State head coach Rick Stansbury.
Were we talking about him recently?
Who?
Stansbury? Wondering what happened to him?
He's been an assistant somewhere. Was he back at Mississippi State as an assistant? He's been somewhere, but yeah, two of the guys who, back when there was such a thing as dirty basketball coaches.
Stansbury also coached like after MSU at like Western Kentucky.
Yes,
yeah. He's been around.
Johnny Jones, famously the guy who couldn't make the NCAA tournament with Ben Simmons on his team.
Yeah, that's got to be a courtesy.
Did y'all see that graphic in somebody? It was like Will Wade, Lane Kiffin's picture, and Kim Mulkey. And they're wanting somebody to title it, and then somebody replied back, "The lion, the B word, and the wardrobe." It's calling Lane Kiffin a female dog, and Will
Who's
Wade a
the
liar
wardrobe?
and Mulkey's the wardrobe.
Oh, okay, because she wears clear. I got it. We got Matt back.
Yes, we do.
Hey, Matt, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio.
Hey, Russell, I was just thinking about this as you talked about Bears fall. I mean, had that happened during an actual live show of the drive, would you have continued on as if nothing happened, or would you have gone to break?
Neither. He would have immediately started breaking it down live.
I would have fallen out of my chair laughing, and we'd just be all lying on the floor. Bear would be groaning. I'd be laughing.
Walker, tell everybody what you told me on the break when I showed you what happened.
What?
That you've almost done exactly what I did as well.
Yeah, I've almost fallen out of my chair. I've never fallen out of my chair.
That's a surprise. Yeah.
Somebody on the YouTube chat said, imagine coming in to do voluntary reaction and finding Bear decomposing on the floor. Just
That's
like
ugly.
Just like hands.
Who said that on
frozen,
the live chat?
hands frozen into place. Just
I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Russell, Bear, Walker, Bob, I was thinking about this, and I know it sucks right now with the bad taste in our mouth because of what happened, but we obviously overexceeded expectations, and the baseballs aren't doing us any favors. But, and maybe you can talk me off the cliff here, but I'm scared. I'm scared to death of the day Rick Barnes retires, just because of what Danny White looks for in a coach. And I just am curious, you guys, when it comes to hiring a basketball coach, with how this Caldwell stuff has kind of fallen on hard times, do you trust Danny White to kind of make a quality hire when it comes to a basketball coach? And I'll hang up with that thought. Take care, boys.
If I may, I the only thing I can point to is that he did, for better or worse, take the person out of the equation, but the coach themselves is pretty great. He identified Nate Oates. He's the one that gave Nate Oates his first college job. So
if the rumors about Josh Schertz coveting the Tennessee job and willing to wait on it are true, and we end up with him in a year or two, like I'll sign up for that now. But my and whole full-throated endorsement of the Elander hire has got me a little bit shook on my like identifying coaching ability.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was different back then because we didn't know if Elander was going to work out, but we just knew it was the right thing to do at the time. Like everyone felt good about Elander coming back and keeping it clean.
Yep.
Instead of immediately moving on. We didn't know if it was going to work. We just knew that was the right decision at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think if the Schertz thing is real and the stars align, that would be fantastic. Who was it? Rusty was saying that if he gets the North Carolina or the Arizona job, I don't think that's happening, man. He's not got that kind of pedigree for certainly for not for North Carolina.
It sounds like he might have turned down NC State.
NC State is not North Carolina, though, but yeah.
Well, he's going to have options.
Sure.
It's like he's not going to wait on Rick Barnes to retire for 5 years.
Right. No, but he's not going to jump at the first power forward job that gets offered to him. What are you laughing at, Bob?
Live chat. C-Mac says,
saw it.
Bear could be the first radio guy in history to go on workers' comp.
I don't think I'd be the
for
first
an
guy in
injury
history.
sustained during the show.
We're gonna have to start putting those little banners out X amount of days since our last chair accident.
Like we're just gonna have to install some handles. Like you ever go in like an old guy's bathroom and he's got like rails on the bathtub?
I don't know why I'm reminding you of this. Do you remember when I rolled? Remember at the old place you were up on that platform, and I rolled a little too close to the edge and flipped off that thing. That was during a show.
I say we need to get him like one of the roller coaster strap-ins where you just grab
There
it
you
from
go.
behind you and you pull
Just
it
a
down.
full-on harness.
Yeah.
What? So when this chair flips, I can go face first into the floor, break my nose?
I mean, it's the same, just safer.
I mean, why stop there, Walker? Just go ahead and have the attachment to the ceiling so that there's
That's true.
actually no chair, and that way it is like a roller coaster seat,
like
a
that.
suspension coaster.
It's true.
I wouldn't do workman's comp, by the way.
You wouldn't?
Hell no.
Why not?
You telling the truth this afternoon?
Lie to me first and then tell me the truth.
Because I wouldn't want Ryan to have to pay higher workman's comp premiums.
Is that the lie?
That is the lie.
Okay. Now tell the truth.
Something happens if you go to the emergency room and you claim workman's comp.
What?
They hand you a cup.
No. You'd have to
be in a cup
to prove that you weren't under the. Are you under the
not a
influence of
grass
drugs right
expert.
now?
Are you on drugs, Bear?
No, but I mean,
all right.
Residuals.
Yeah.
Hewitt Pruitt just said maybe Elander could let Bear borrow his helmet.
Hewitt Pruitt, I've always been a big fan of yours, big supporter. That's ending.
Oh man. So good.
I was trying. I knew that, like, I wanted to get out of here. It was Friday. I was tired, and I just leaned a little too far. It could have happened to anybody.
You know, the more we talk about it, the more I'm disappointed you didn't get a picture, Russell.
I tried, man.
It's tough.
It is hard to do.
Gosh,
it was so funny. Like just the way he was laid out too. You walk in, all you see is like his torso up, just flat on his back.
Did your son start laughing?
Oh, hell yeah, he did. His last name's Smith.
It was funny.
50% of Russell's DNA.
I did check to see if you were okay first.
Which I love the kid. He's hilarious.
Was my first instinct to reach for my phone and take a picture? Absolutely.
But
should have been.
Did I do that? No.
Should have.
I checked to make sure you were okay. Your pride was more hurt than your back.
I don't know. I was pretty sore Friday.
Wounded ego.
Yeah. Well, at first, because it like when it jarred it, I kind of like got tingly. It's a bad place you don't want to be tingly. And I was like, great. I'm going to be in here. This is going to be permanent.
Permanent.
And
He's going
Russ
to be
is going to make fun of me.
quadriplegic, the quadriplegic Bear. He's going to come up in his wheelchairs, motorized wheelchair. He'll be on here in a couple of years like Stephen Hawking spitting out Roberto, you did not try to hire the Coastal Carolina coach.
You wouldn't fall out of that chair.
I was thinking of the TV show, I'm dating myself, but Ironside. You know,
God. Remember my grandpa watching that show.
It was an
when I was
attorney
little.
that was rolling around in a wheelchair all the time.
We need to fire Josh Elander. We made a big mistake.
Josh Elander needs to get in the dugout.
Quit wearing that stupid helmet.
He does need to get in the dugout, man.
Josh
Flat out.
Heupel needs to shave his beard.
That's not me.
I want to fight Tim Corbin with a trident. Some random guy is next. Rando, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Doing well, thanks.
Hey, Bear, what would your first instinct have been had you found drunk head injury, Russell face down and passed out? Did you reach for the phone?
Oh, 100%, man.
There we go.
Phone. I wouldn't have
Correct
tried to take a
answer.
picture. It would have been like the Zapruder. It would have been a film. And then I would have made sure to catch the look on like his sister-in-law's and his brother's faces as they found him with little Russ shriveled up in his hand.
Yeah. You're going to take a picture of me with my weenie hanging out?
Yeah.
But you know there's laws against that?
Your family making fun. Like, wow.
It's not
It looks
cool.
like one. It's just extremely small.
Scott says bubble bear. We'll build you. You'll be the bear in the bubble over there.
Bear in the bubble. So after much just resetting of the table, I went to a concert last night. I had a good time, and you know, here's kind of where I come down. I think some others have kind of said this, but we figured the Deacons got 3 years left. That
I think 2.
fair?
I think 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 years, just let the women's basketball program burn. Don't pay a buyout to Kim. Let her see if she's going to maybe figure it out or not. You know, our heart's in San Francisco. I don't want another coach other than him right now. I'm willing to let Elander learn because I do remember it took Tony a couple of years to get his bearings and turn into Tony Vitello. Now, Elander's never going to be Vitello. He doesn't need to be Vitello. He can still win without being Tony Vitello. But I'm willing to let the baseball program just kind of simmer for a couple of years, and let's just pour everything into getting a war chest put together for the basketball program. How short were we on an offer for Rice this year? $1 million? Do we know?
What I don't remember, Bob. We were about $1 million short. We didn't want to pay Rice because it would upset the balance of the roster.
I'm sorry, you're asking how much Rice wanted?
Yeah, how much were we short?
Oh,
do you think?
All I know is he was asking north of $3 million. Okay, which was definitely more than Jacoby and probably more than Nate.
Yeah, he didn't break Nate.
I mean, I look at what happened, the last weekend of the tournament. Look, we played above our seed line. I was happy with where we ended up based on what we had going in. But if we think we're going to put together a Final Four roster for $11 million, we're sorely mistaken. And if we're not in it to win it, then what are we doing? We need to give Barnes an opportunity with 2 years left. I don't care if we got to pour 20 to 23 million in. Call up the VFLs, call up the trust, call up the billionaires, call up who we need to call up, and just say, look, we're absolutely all in on getting to the Final Four and possibly winning a title, because you're not going to go win a Final Four on a budget. You're just not. And if it had not been Michigan yesterday, I think we might have struggled with Duke. I know we would have struggled with Arizona.
How bad would we have felt if, like, again, Kentucky, right? What if we had spent $16, $17 million on this roster and not been able to break through?
If we'd spent 16 or 17 million and not broken through, but hadn't lost by 40, if we'd lost by 6.
Because I don't know that a healthy Rodney Rice changes anything about yesterday.
No, nothing. This team was, I've been saying this, Rando, particularly Michigan and Arizona. Those guys, I keep using the term, there's a delta between those two teams and really the rest of the field. I would even include Duke a little bit in that, and we saw them kind of melt down yesterday. I mean, Arizona pounded Purdue, Michigan pounded us. One extra player wouldn't have made a difference yesterday. No way.
No, but okay, so you take Rice, you put in there. Why did Awaka leave? Was it money?
That's a whole reported story that Jonas Adu kind of discombobulated, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, there's a
go
lot.
ahead, sir.
No, there was a lot that evidently went on there, but we don't have to get into all the gory details. But yeah, that was a misunderstanding, I guess.
I mean, that felt like a Globetrotters game yesterday with Michigan, and we were the
generals.
We were the generals. Yeah, it was.
I mean, I was looking for somebody to come up there and pull Jalen Carey's pants down while he was shooting a free throw.
Yeah.
Guy on a unicycle.
I'll wrap it up and get out of the way, guys. But I think having a Waka yesterday with a Rice and one other guy, and we're a lot closer to Michigan than we were. Maybe don't beat them, but we're
closer,
a lot closer. And look, I know people can talk smack about Carey. That's fine. He's had his moments towards the end of the year. He says he'd love to come back if we'll have him, and he said he's committed to improving his physique and working on his game. I'd say, what the hell? Give him another run. Let's run that back. Let's keep as many of these guys as we can, but let's add a few key pieces, and that means we're going to have to open the checkbook and have to take a long, hard look at the budget, and that's going to require Dollar Dan to make some decisions about baseball and women's basketball that he may or may not be willing to make. But look, time's running out for the Deacon if we want to do it, and I think we should do it. Put all the eggs in the football and men's basketball bucket, and let's just go, guys.
Thanks, Rando. Appreciate it. Yeah, that seems to be the prevailing sentiment in the wake of yesterday's disaster, is just go all in on football and men's basketball. I'll say that, I'm fine from a roster building standpoint. In order to catch a school like Michigan, I just think that in modern basketball, you can have one guy on the floor at a time that isn't much of a shooting threat if he's a rim protector. But even then, the other 4 guys on the floor have to be able to shoot, all of them.
Yeah.
If you're in a situation, and this is where we found ourselves in, even last year, too much, where you've got 2 guys on the floor at the same time that can't shoot, you're so easy to defend. So easy. In Michigan, you spread the floor all. I mean, you don't know where it's coming from. The one guy who can't shoot is 7'3".
I mean, what I watched yesterday was it was exactly like the Florida Atlantic offense that Dusty May ran, except these guys were so much bigger and more athletic than what FAU had. So,
yeah.
And they beat us with less athletic guys a couple of years ago. So
I think you have to think about that, and you have some hard decisions to make. When Boswell, can he shoot it enough? Estrella, is he good enough offensively? Because I don't know that he's much of a rim protector.
He's not
for his size.
He'll get a block here and there, but he's nowhere near Felix's level.
Carey's never going to be a shooter.
He is
Phillips,
a rim protector.
Carey?
I feel like he is.
Is a rim protector?
He's a really good big. He's pretty good big.
He's a 6'7".
He's a rebounder.
Yeah, he's a
rebounding machine.
Base heater.
He ain't no shooter. He ain't no rim protector. Like we got to have shooting, man.
Well, who's going to be our rim protector then next year?
Now, right now, that I'd say that's on the wish list because you're right. Felix has left. Man, think about what it would have been like without him up until yesterday. It didn't really matter yesterday, but he was a game changer on defense. I think Phillips is actually, he's not Felix, but he's actually, he's pretty aggressive, and he's kind of got some Felix tendencies, like he can switch out and guard the perimeter and all those things. So, I mean, Cade will help us, but we probably need someone, Russ mentioned Santos Ciril's out there. Maybe that's another one.
I don't know. I'm looking at this, a lot of guys who aren't very good shooters.
Yeah.
Stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. The shocking conclusion coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number, 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive.
The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012 and our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wolko. Here at Knoxville Smiles, every smile is unique and every smile has a story. We would love to get to know you and help you smile brighter with confidence. If you've been looking for a dental home that treats you like more than just a set of teeth, we would love to welcome you to the family. Please give us a call at 865-539-1776 or visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues, wrapping up on a Monday afternoon edition of the show. Randy is next. Hello, Randy.
Did you have fun losing to the Doors 3 times this weekend?
No, not really. I mean, you guys got us a couple of times. Congratulations. We were a little bit preoccupied, Randy. We were playing this thing called the NCAA tournament. I know you guys don't really participate in that much these days, or for very long anyway.
Somebody called in last week and predicted that you guys would go down by 30 over the weekend. Do you recall that conversation?
In basketball?
Yes.
To who?
Well, I predicted the Cyclones, but
oh, so you were wrong.
Really, you guys, I don't think you had a good regular season. I don't think you had a good conference tournament.
In basketball?
Yes. But you had one hell of a NCAA tournament. I give you that.
Our standards are pretty high around here. When you win 20 games and you're a 6th seed in the tournament, you're right. I mean, by our standards, it's not a great regular season, and we didn't have a great conference tournament, but 3 consecutive Elite Eights. I don't know. Has Vandy ever been to the Elite Eight?
No.
I don't think so, but
it's tough.
You guys beat.
It's a tough scene.
You guys beat a 3 seed and a 2 seed.
We did.
And that team that you played may win the whole thing, and it was just it's like they're in a different world than everybody else. Maybe Arizona can play with them. I don't know.
I mean, Sandy, are you calling to compliment us or tear us down? Because as your call goes on, you're realizing that, we had a great run here. Thank you. We appreciate it.
We like the civility.
Bear doesn't know what to do with it. He's about to fall out of his chair again.
I'm about to flush him.
You had a good tournament. You had a good tournament. I don't know. I don't know if Arizona can play with them. I don't know if UConn can play with them. I don't know if Illinois can play with Michigan. What was the score early in the year when Michigan played Auburn? That was when I think people realized how good Michigan was going to be. I think it was like a 40-point game.
They did. They beat Auburn by like 40, beat Gonzaga by 30. I mean, they were just murdering teams. They're very good.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate the phone call and get our other callers in here. Daniel is next. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, guys. Totally agree about yesterday. I agree with Bob. I think Michigan is far and away the best team left in the tournament, and we were going to have to play our best game possible. But when we got in foul trouble and Felix picked up his third, you could almost have bookended it there.
Yeah.
Now you get me started on the refs. They didn't cost us a game, but they damn sure made sure it wasn't even going to be a contest.
Well, they dictated how we were going to play, and that's exactly how we want to play. We want to, like everybody was talking about, playing Michigan. If we would have played Duke, we would have punked them all over the court because we've done it before. You ain't doing that to Michigan. I kind of disagree with what Rando was saying about, spending in the tournament, spending in the portal. Just because you spend doesn't mean – look at Kentucky. They spent $20 million on their roster, and, they barely got out of the first weekend. Out of the first game. So I trust what Deacon Barnes is going to do in his development and researching the players that are going to fit his system because he's had great track record. And another thing is you don't have a high-priced freshman this year, so you can go and really get a lot of great quality player out of the portal. This was an overwhelming success. I I tip my hat to this team. It was an overwhelming success. It was great to watch it.
Pretty good. Desperately want to take the next step. But a pretty good run. Thank you, Daniel. Scott on the YouTube live chat wants Bear versus the Chair on pay-per-view.
Let's do it.
I love how your friends text you and you read those out. Like they're
I don't
coming
know
through
this
the
guy.
YouTube
That's
chat.
on the live chat. I'm seeing it.
You've read one today that came in. It didn't come in on the YouTube chat.
Yeah, we have a text box too.
Yeah, it's text box.
Yeah. Like there's other ways to get on than the YouTube chat. Let's get DR Vol in here next. Good afternoon, DR.
Oh, poor Bear fell like the Berlin Wall. That's why we call him Berlin Bear.
It's going to take the Bear airlift to get him out of here.
Strike one, DR.
Don't worry. The rest I'm going to attack callers. So next time Vandy Randy calls in, you need to tell him about the rabbits, Russ.
About the what?
The rabbits.
The rabbits.
Yeah, like, how they had to tell Lenny about the rabbits. Yeah, Lenny and George.
And squeeze him and pet him and call him George.
Is this a John Steinbeck reference we've got going here? I mean, it's been a very literary show. It,
that was a Looney Tunes reference, as I recall.
Mine was Looney Tunes.
DR. Mine was up Mice and Men. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
they did.
They're not well read like you and me, DR. These guys.
Exactly. Well, when I think about the English literature, I think of Russ and myself.
Bear and Bob think of Looney Tunes. I like that though.
That's why Bear wears the helmet.
Strike two.
Okay. The caller before, I got to disagree. Give Barnes that money, man. He talks about Kentucky, but they got some idiot coach. We have Rick Barnes. Give him all the money. I mean, hell, we sacrificed our national championship winning coach so we could just make the tournament in women's basketball. What could we do for a good coach?
Yeah.
Give him what he needs.
Give the man what he needs. He's earned it. Every dime here. We need to get this man to a Final Four. And then roll with our boy Josh Schertz.
I imagine the day where we just talked about how Michigan's knocking teams off by 30 and 40 points. Imagine what that would feel like.
Feel pretty good.
Yep.
Anything else, DR?
Guys, I need a Final Four like Bear needs a seatbelt for his chair. I think I'm listening.
Directory.
We're going to bring you Tim Corbin's helmet.
You can go
We're
to
gonna
hell.
get a suspension chair for you with a full harness. Remember
Everything
those?
you need.
Remember those like things that you used to get in the 90s that would like spin around and like you're in a chair in the middle of it and all the rings.
Give him a Petrino neck brace.
I got somebody asking me a question, buddy of mine. You're the only person yesterday wasn't the largest margin of defeat in an Elite Eight game, was it?
It was the largest one since 1989, and Michigan did that to somebody in the Elite Eight then too.
Okay.
All right, that's going to do it for us, for Bear and Bob and Walker. I'm Russell Smith. We'll do it again tomorrow, 3 to 6, right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.